crash.
Right?
Keep
It's
going.
just like,
Yeah, I've done that so many times.
All right, chat, we're back. Hello.
Chat. I'm gonna put in Secret Santa. Whoever has River, he needs a CPU real bad.
That would be very nice. Well, for our Secret Santa, I sat out, actually. I'm giving a gift, but not receiving one, Podge.
River!
We had there. Well, I thought it would be. I've never done a Secret Santa that I've hosted before, so I was like, well, it's unfair if I know who's gifting me, and also we have an uneven number, so I was like, I don't need a gift. I'll just sit out and give a gift, but not get one.
Wait.
Well, then somebody's.
You do know that you can do Secret Santa with odd numbers, right?
Yeah, it's like it's a circle, not a, not pairs.
I don't think he knows.
I've never hosted a Secret Santa before. The only reason.
Also, in the future, River, in the future, there's literal software online designed so that you can do it anonymously.
Look, you guys are roasting him, but he's never gotten to celebrate Christmas with a bunch of people before, so.
Yeah,
I'm not
like,
roasting him.
guys,
I'm literally educating him. I didn't
I
make fun of him.
I don't have a family.
I'm educating you. I said next year. Next year you'll get it.
I haven't celebrated Christmas in like 8 years.
But yes, all right. So Phoebe was talking when I disconnected about stuff that Phoebe was doing.
All right, keep talking, Phoebe.
Go Necromancer video.
Oh yeah, I'm still working on my fucking Necromancer and Runesmith videos. They'll come out eventually, maybe when I'm happy with it.
Okay, Valentin, talk about you and what you've got going on.
Well, I don't really have anything going on at the present moment. I just stream. I try to stream 5 out of 7 days a week, so you can catch me on most days. And if not, then you know, I'll be somewhere. But for now, I don't really have anything planned. I just play whatever games I find the fancy to play. Right now, it's a lot of TFT because that's the easiest one to start up and get going for me.
And Riley.
Hey everyone, I'm Riley. Actually, have something I've been coming up. I have my V2 debuting soon. It's been in the works for like almost 2 years now, but my like rigging mama had a lot of issues going on, so it was not getting actively worked on for that whole time. But yeah, I'm planning on debuting it on New Year's Day at this stage, just to be like, I was like, why not start a new year with a new model?
Hell yeah.
Nice.
I'm not planning to do like a super big debut or anything, but more just be like, hey, here's the new model. Here's all of its like 50 toggles that I completely forgot about. But they exist. And I was also thinking, maybe if I can find time to organize it, I was planning to do a bit of a smash or pass. But because I'm asexual, I want people to submit their top hear me outs. I want to be very confused. I want to see the visions.
You want to live vicariously through these perverts.
Nice.
I want to look at an object and be like, I don't know how, but I respect it. Like,
I've got a list of about 30 monsters for you.
Well, so are you expecting a lot of actual hear me outs, or are you just thinking people are going to troll you?
I mean, I will accept either. I just don't want, like, that is a generically attractive person. Like,
I'm
like,
putting...
one of the top ones I've been suggested was Ramiel from Evangelion.
I'm going to put the...
No, that is the big cube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
smash, by the way. 10 out of 10.
I'm just gonna put the fish from Shark Tale in 20 times.
God damn it. That's just a woman.
No, she's a fish, dude. What do you mean a fish?
Woman face.
Fish can't be women. I mean, women can't be fish.
You literally put her Undyne. Wow, erasure.
She's not a fish.
Literally gone one session and he's already tried to erase her from history.
She's not a fish. She's like fish adjacent.
Wow, we're really gonna fucking.
Wow.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Wow.
Fucking
Unbelievable,
gatekeeping being a
River.
fish.
Well, I guess you're just human related.
What?
Actually,
River.
just a monster.
Okay, monster
Snail
fucker.
has boobs. Like, that fish don't have boobs.
Prove it. Where else would they drink milk, idiot?
They don't drink milk.
They're not mammals, you idiot.
Fish don't drink milk.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere.
From them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that dolphins drink milk, dude.
Dolphins are
They're being
mammals, not
mammals, they're not
fish.
a
They're
fish.
They're
mammals.
mammals.
They don't got-
Dolphins are not fish.
They don't got legs. You gotta have legs to be a mammal. What are you gonna tell me next? That snake's a mammal? Are snakes mammals now?
No.
No.
River, can we just play Pathfinder, please? I'm losing brain cells.
All right. Well,
You can
They don't
that
have
many
brain cells to
fucking ways.
lose.
do dolphins have nipples? I'll Google.
You're already in the danger zone.
The word mammal is named after mammary glands, which implies boobs.
But okay, so like by that logic, because you can milk a snake's a mammal.
You're not milking milk out of a snake. You're milking venom out of a snake. There's no boob coming up. What is?
I need a moment.
No,
I
I'm just
need a
picturing
moment.
snakes with
Look,
boobs.
the only
on the
animal
ground.
that you can be actually confused about is the platypus, because that is a mammal, but it's
Well,
very different
yeah.
from most mammals.
Platypus are weird.
Yeah.
So fucking weird.
So,
Here's a fun fact for everyone.
okay.
There's a rule in nature called the half nipple rule, where with all mammals, the expected amount of young is equal to half the amount of nipples, and the like full litter is the equivalent to all of them. And the only mammal this doesn't apply to is the possum, because they have an odd amount of nipples.
Well, how many nipples do you have, Rye?
I have 2.
Loser.
Man, this man can only afford 2 nipples.
Loser? What? Do you have a different amount, River?
You don't feel comfortable answering anymore. Let's start with character creations. The first thing that you're going to do once you're in here, Kit, is you're going to go to the right side of the screen. You're going to see where it says Library. You're going to click on Modules. All right? Bottom left of that, there's a button that says Activation. Go ahead and just load everything.
Are you gonna
Everything.
share this?
I'm yelling at my
You
cat.
gonna stream the screen, River? We want to see the.
Well, I won't be able to see her creating her character. That's going to be on her screen, but all right. So, have you decided what class you want to play?
You guys said you wanted like the sneaky, so
Oh.
does multi-classing exist in Pathfinder?
Kind of. It works different.
Okay, how does it work in Pathfinder?
Basically, instead of just taking a different level inside of your class, so instead of being like Bard 3, Rogue 2, you still have a full base class. So if you want to be something, you'd just pick Bard or something like that. You'd never take another level, anything else. But you instead replace your class feats with feats of and abilities of other classes instead. There's something called a dedication.
Okay.
And because if you're gonna be a sneaky, you can be a rogue, and there's a bard archetype that you can pick. It's not an actual. I don't think there's a bard class, right? But there is.
Yeah,
a
there
bard
is. There's bard.
archetype.
There's a bard class.
Hey, Podge, you're the one who really likes pickles, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna order a moonshine pickle.
A
That sounds
moonshine.
amazing.
Yeah, I don't know. This liquor store says it does moonshine bottles.
Oh yeah, where they put the pickle.
Yeah.
In the moonshine. Yeah.
Yeah, Old Smoky Moonshine
Liquor
pickles.
are really good.
So I'm gonna get an Old Smoky Moonshine pickles and a vodka of dubious origin and quality.
Hey yo. While you're doing that, can you give me the stats for Undyne's Trident?
I'll just put it here. I'll do you one better.
Just slurp it right in her character sheet.
Well, I'm going to put it in the party inventory, so she'll have to get it out of there. But yeah, absolutely. I'm going to put all of Undyne's shit in there for you vultures to loot.
Time to loot Undyne.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, though, okay? I don't want you actually taking anything out of it until we start role-playing you guys going through her shit. But yes, you will be able to get the trident set up, okay?
Well, I
Podge?
already have the Trident, so.
Yeah.
gave it to me.
Okay, yeah, just grab the trident then. It's called Sister Stone Trident. When you see it on the party sheet. Still putting the rest on there.
What's going on here, Jasper?
Yeah, once everything's loaded up, let me know.
It's all loaded up.
Oh, okay. Then the next thing you're gonna do.
Loaded.
The next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to players. You're gonna go to characters, and a player. Phoebe's gonna have to help you from there because I've never been able to be a player in my own games.
I see an add item button. Is a character an item?
Phoebe, go ahead. Show them how.
What do you mean go ahead? This is your fucking virtual tabletop. I did this once.
Well, you know what they say.
Give me an empty sheet.
I don't need to give you an empty sheet. You just make a sheet.
I don't remember how this shit works.
Hit the button that says add item. Why are you yelling at me?
Because this is your
Item
sins
added.
that I must bear.
Zandra just said
I have a blank sheet.
Zandra said also, hold on. Well, you have a blank sheet? All right, Phoebe, go ahead.
Because I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I can make a goddamn blank ass sheet.
Fish have
I was
boobs.
gonna say maybe have Kit stream in Discord so Phoebe can see.
Well, yeah, I can do that.
Yes, fish produce uterine milk, which is similar to breast milk.
What type of weirdo do you have in chat trying to fucking be like the fish milk is real?
Fish milk is the One Piece is real. This is Fantasy Grounds. I'm partnered with them.
Yeah.
Here you are. Let's see what I can see now.
Yippee!
What level are we?
What level are you?
Okay, first of all, it is not milk, it is milk-like. This is very different.
Why are we're talking about Pathfinder right now. Just admit I'm right and get over it. Yeah, because I need to have the last word in anything.
And we're level 6. We're about to hit level 7 because River said you're gonna hit level 7 after this fight.
I lied.
Well, he did.
Exactly. That's what I was about to say. He probably lied about it because he always do. He's never been telling the truth when we.
How do I take the trident out of the inventory?
You see the little dragon blue button? Click and drag.
Yeah.
I want to say that the eye slash is not something that we could take from her. That's literally like
It's a tattoo.
It's like a tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, we could take it off
We
her
just
face.
ripped her tattoo off.
You can take it off.
Take that from her.
If I engrave out that part of the skull and then put it into my skull,
Well, just lay the skin around her eye over your skull.
yeah.
I like that. Undyne's been not even
There.
gone for like a session, and we're already desecrating her poor body.
If you were to carve,
Do it a couple sessions later when she's.
if you were to carve the flesh off around her eyes, you could study the runes and tattoos, drain the magical energy from it, and then mimic it on your own.
Hey, we could just get our inventor friend to put it on.
Exactly. He already is doing. He's already making a skin face mask for your glass scorpion.
That it's different. That's different. That face mask was already there.
Welcome to the campaign, kit.
Adjusting it.
So
I'm vibing.
When are you gonna be finished with that new little backpack for my scorpion friend?
I'm sorry. I'm a bit busy mourning the loss of my friend.
Hey, you've been promising to make that for him for how many months? My poor little man is waiting.
A day. It's literally been a day since we went down the hole.
No, real time.
Scorpius has no way to carry his possessions.
I know, Scorpius. I'm sorry. He just doesn't care about you, I
thought
guess.
you carried yourself with your swagger. Are you
No,
saying
his
the
things.
swagger
He
is
carries
real?
himself.
He's doing that thing again where he pretends like he can hear Scorpius.
Yeah. It's
Oh,
okay.
yeah, because this conversation is canon.
Fair enough. God, I love this campaign. Sorry. So where are you at in character creation, Kit?
Nobody's told me what level anybody was, so I
Start
just
at-
arbitrary.
We're 6.
Start at level 1. Start at level 1 and work your way up to 6.
Okay.
And also, you're very unfamiliar with 2E, right?
Oh yeah.
So feel free to ask Phoebe questions like, oh, hey, if I want to play these classes, what stats or what should I take or what should I need? Phoebe made me an excellent build for the pug I want to play that heals people by drooling on them.
Ew.
Oh, no, he's just a little puggy guy. What do you mean, ew? He goes, blah, blah, blah.
Ew.
You are better.
Most
I have
of
healed
the
you.
dogs.
What, about the drooling? You
The
hate...
drool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the drool's
You-
pretty.
You'd hate my cat Pixel then. She drools everywhere.
Ew.
She drools and constantly wants to lick me. She's confused with a dog at birth, I'm starting to think.
Apparently.
But yeah, Kit, so would you will probably have to reveal to everybody what class you're playing to get help.
Yeah, as I said, I would just like, so I was thinking of just, I have a character concept that I played in the past, and we just play again. Where I am mostly a rogue, but I don't tell anybody I'm a rogue, and we take some things in Bard, just enough to convince people that I'm a Bard, because people don't trust Bards, or people don't trust rogues, but they can trust Bards. And I use that to like lead a double life and like, hey, all you merchants over there, trust me, I'm a bard. Totally not a swindler.
You say that, but I don't trust River.
I was
something
gonna
like a
say,
rogue,
I don't know.
and, he's quite heavy.
What do you
River's
mean?
a special bard.
Kit, I will let you know that in the party there is an actual fucking skeleton who summons a flesh sack body to fight alongside him.
That's
It
hilarious.
it is a ghost.
I'm
Okay.
a goblin. Nobody
Scam.
trusts me either.
Yeah, so
We all trust the goblin.
this
For whatever
is
reason, we all heavily trust the goblin.
Our party is quite literally a skeleton, a goblin, and a tree woman.
and the expert gaslighter Valentin.
What?
People don't trust me, and I can't even lie. It's criminal.
And then, I mean, and the crazy lady that's got a bunch of voices in her head, including a cursed sword that wants to murder Valentin.
He's collecting
I
them
hate
with
rat
the
people.
Trinity stones.
He wants to United Healthcare me, okay?
He does. He does. You're the CEO.
Your sword might have an Italian name now, secretly.
Luigi. He's alive. I suddenly love my sword way more than I used to. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm about to fall on the sword and just play another character. Oh no, I tripped. Whoops.
Oh, there's a Kitsune ancestry. Nice.
There is, yeah.
The next
they're-
time
they're-
my sword
they're
kills,
awesome.
kills someone of
Aw.
leadership, he's just gonna shout, delay, deny, depose, or defend.
My backup character is a kitsune.
As a note, Kitsune have a unique lore in this world and setting, because this is a homebrew setting, where they participate in something they call the Grand Chase. This world is still extremely new. It's only been around, like, 1 millennia so far, a little bit more than that. Meaning that elves and people still remember the creation of the world. There was a period called the Age of Myth, after the gods all stopped fighting, where basically people hunted magical creatures. Kitsune were extremely prized thanks to their innate magical powers and abilities. And as such, they were hunted to near extinction before Kitsune began to spread out all over the world in small little, like, solo sects. And they're not like normally, they don't view the fact that they are as a species being hunted to near extinction as an entirely edgy thing. They obviously don't like it. But most of them have created a culture around it called the Grand Chase, where they get as close as possible to revealing their kitsune natures and intentionally put themselves in risky positions just for that thrill of getting away right before being caught.
This sounds about right.
They're coming for your fluffy tail, Kit, says chat.
No! Tails off limits.
Oh, right. So you've made your character at level 1, so now you're going to need to level them up, right?
Well, I'm going through this.
Oh, you're still making it, yeah.
It's giving me buttons to press.
Yep. This is an aspect, guys, I'm really sorry, I can't help with, because I've never made a character for Pathfinder in Fantasy Grounds. So, players, I really need someone guiding her.
I've only done this
It
once.
does kind of just walk you through it, but yeah, I've also only done it once too.
I've done it a couple of times.
Also, you're gonna see
What
some
are
stuff, some classes being doubled up. That's because there was a remaster last year that like added a bunch of stuff and buffed a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
if you're considering which one to pick, you should pick the one that says Orc.
Pick the one that says what?
ORC
So if you look-
instead of the
yeah,
OGL.
ORC.
Oh,
Player
okay,
Core,
okay.
Pathfinder 2, ORC.
Okay, sounds good.
A background is just what your it's like a background in D&D.
Yeah, I clicked it, and then
Mhm.
right, select heritage.
Heritage is your sub race.
Oh.
Every single ancestry has at least 5 sub races that give you different stuff.
Yeah.
What I love
So
about
the
Pathfinders.
so the Kitsune one changes what sort of Kitsune you are, what sort of extra form you have, because every Kitsune have like a human form, well, most of them, and then one of them has either a hybrid form or a like full-on animal form.
Also, dolphins don't have nipples, making them fish by your guys' logic.
No, they have mammary glands.
But no nipples.
Nipples aren't what makes them.
It's
Nipples are
not-
not what makes them mammals. It's the mammary glands that is what's they're named after. Mammal, mammary, same thing.
Aren't you making a character right now?
I am.
Focus
She's
on
also
that.
educating you.
But I'm right.
River. Are penguins mammals?
Are penguins mammals? No, they're birds.
But they don't fly.
So ostriches are birds. Do you stay away? You keep penguins out of your mouth, Rye. I will fucking murder you. I love penguins.
I know.
They already caught the sharp side of my tongue for spreading penguin misinformation. Do you remember that, Val? Tria? It was.
I remember. It was during your trivia game night.
Yeah, it was during trivia game night, and they dared.
I looked it up. There's like one study on it that mentioned it. So there's some precedent, but it's also not confirmed. So
It was disproved. The study was disproved and written by a crazy man. He was a crazy man. He did all of his other shit got disproved.
Kind of like you, eh?
This is the same thing with wolves and having alphas. It was one person that did it, and then afterwards he was like, wait, this is wrong, but it was too late, and now he absolutely hates himself because everyone thinks wolves have alphas.
How does stats work?
Well, stats are based on what
It
you
didn't-
pick for your class and your ancestry and your background.
Okay, because I picked my class and it didn't give me another button.
That is because rogues are special. Their
Okay.
their key attribute is based on whatever you want your subclass to be. It could either be Dex or whatever the subclass is. So like Scoundrel would be Charisma, Ruffian would be Athletics and Strength and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, cool. I should play a rogue sometime because that's
They're really fun.
So
it's one of my main issues with rogue is that they in most of the other games it's like, oh, they need to be dex based, and it's like, yeah, that's fine, but what if I wanted to play a suave rogue, you know?
Yeah, a roguish gentleman.
Yeah. What if I wanted to be what's his name, Flynn Rider?
Sorry, that's just me.
No, Flynn Rider is way more charming than you are.
What the fuck are you talking about? I'm charming as shit.
Sure. But I think he would also know that dolphins are mammals.
They're fish! They live in the water, that's fish!
You would. But so
Or
do
crabfish?
penguins most of the time.
No, not all of the time. They're amphibious.
Mm-hmm.
Penguins are not amphibians, they're birds.
Yeah, exactly. They're amphibious birds.
And what about magnets?
Oh, the magnet car? Are we going to bring that up again? I haven't talked about the magnet car for a few years. I've developed a way for perpetual energy. All you do is you stick a big-ass magnet in the front of a car.
That's not how magnets work.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. What
You-
buttons I'm supposed to be doing.
Hello?
I tried
no,
to go and
okay.
figure out and make an empty character sheet for that, and it crashed my fucking fantasy ground.
Okay. Let's see. Where you at now?
Hey, Betty White. Crabs live in the water and they're crustaceans. Yeah, they're crustaceous fish. Are sea turtles fish? Nah, dude, they're turtles.
And they live in the water.
Nope. What? Yeah, but they're turtles. They're not fish. They're turtles.
Yeah. So living in the water is not the thing that makes it.
But they don't only
As
live
you-
on
as
the
you
water.
just
They
admitted.
also live on the beach.
Sea turtles do not live on the beach. They exclusively live on the beach to lay eggs. They never live there.
Yeah, they
Spend
don't
any
live
amount
on
of
the
time in there.
Yeah,
on the
they're
land.
amphibious.
That's not what that means.
You're distracting kids.
Rivet. They only go on the beach to lay eggs because eggs are not fish, so they can't breathe water.
Right. So therefore, that would mean, by your logic, dolphins are fish.
You're doing this on purpose.
What?
Hey, mammals give live birth. They do not lay eggs. Except for the platypus.
Except for the platypus.
The platypus. Yeah, you
in
can't.
third grade.
Yeah.
No, in third grade, I was obsessed with platypi. I did a whole project of my own volition on them because I was obsessed with them. They were my special interest, so I understand. The platypus is a fucking freak.
All right, I got my
You know
shit to
about
load up.
Do you know about echidnas?
Yes, unfortunately.
Echidnas are so groovy too.
Groovy.
Okay, I should be able to help out now better. On the thing on the right, the thing for Malika Charhart
Yeah.
on the very right, you hit the number 3 class level 1
clicked
button.
it. Yes, I clicked it.
Did a
And-
little box pop up?
Yep,
for you to
it
pick your
popped
class
up, and I
from?
scrolled down to Rogue, and I scrolled all the way, and then add to PC, and then
That's
nothing
one
else
nice
happened.
cock.
Nothing popped up for you. It popped up for me. Jesus Christ.
Rogue. Now it's made me Rogue 4.
We love fantasy rounds.
Because I've clicked it 4 times, it has made me Rogue 4.
That's so weird. Because on mine, it literally just popped up the thing it's supposed to.
Did you load all the modules on all the pages, Kit?
You sure did. You can see
I
right
don't
here in
think
the middle.
that's not the issue. Because normally when you click on the level up,
So do I start over?
I guess so.
Yeah.
honestly,
is it
start
a
over.
rogue?
Start over so that we can
Characters.
go through
Add new.
all of it together.
But before we go to that, go to modules and make sure they're all loaded, because sometimes it starts loading them and then doesn't.
Well, now it's not responding. Okay, hold on. Okay. Whoop, there we are.
Fantasy Grounds is really great.
I love this.
Fantastic system.
All right.
Modules.
All right. Tell you what, as my
After
Christmas
you-
present to you all, we'll move to
I'll
Foundry
load it.
for the new year, okay? All right,
Oh.
there.
Thank you.
All loaded. All loaded. All loaded.
I can be a
all loaded,
necromancer.
all loaded, all loaded. All loaded.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's all
Can
loaded.
I switch off of
Yep.
Thaumaturge?
Of course.
We go
Oh, thank God.
down. We hit Kitsune. We go
I like Thaumaturge,
Darkfield
but, like,
Kitsune. Background.
I
we go
don't use half of it.
down.
So
Don't forget to
you
pick your
see,
ability scores for your,
yeah, select the
ancestry.
ability score there. In the middle, straight in the middle.
Dexterity. Yep. Background.
Okay.
Charlotte.
Fish are aquatic vertebrates with gills, fins, and other
Okay.
characteristics
Yeah, I got
that
that.
help
It's fine.
them
Just keep
survive
going. Just
in
close it.
water.
Prisma. Yep.
The 7 main characteristics of a fish.
Class.
Hopefully this works.
This is a dolphin. Dolphins are fish.
They're okay.
There we
I will
go.
give you.
Alright,
I will
alright.
give you this. They are. So here's the thing about biology, right? You can have like separate classes and species and everything, right? When it comes to animal, but they can still intermingle. So a dolphin can be a fish, but it's still a mammal.
So scoundrel here is charisma?
I mean, I'm right.
Scoundrel is charisma. It is like your silver talking, like your silver tongue, fast talking type.
Mm-hmm.
And then for key ability, if you click that button, you can choose it to be either dexterity or charisma, depending on what you want. Dexterity will probably be your primary attacking stat with your weapons, and charisma will be your primary casting stat as a bard.
Yep. And
And then at the very bottom, there should be 4 free boosts.
I'm gonna Google what is not a fish.
4 of them, whatever you want.
What is not a fish? Literally everything that's not a fish.
dexterity, constitution, and wisdom.
Starfish are not fishes? Fuck off, Google. You don't know what you're talking about. It's in the fucking
not
name.
fish! They're not fish.
It's in the name.
They're
Coral
not a
also
fish.
aren't plants.
The hell's a coral?
You have to remember that sometimes they made these names before they realized what they actually were. They just went, oh, this looks like a star that's in the sea. That means it's a starfish.
All right. Now what?
Yeah, that logic makes sense. It's a fish. Sorry, Kit's saying now what? Someone help her.
And I know, give us a second, Jesus Christ.
You're a fucking starfish, dude. Shut the fuck up and let us run you
Starfish.
through.
Hey, someone help her. Starfish.
The hell's a tube worm? Let me Google that.
Oh boy, don't
Alright,
be
You're
on
gonna
a
have fun with
stream.
that one.
Oh, I don't like them.
Yeah, Yeah.
Ugh, icky sticky. I don't like.
Right.
Yeah.
But
River's going on a whole intellectual journey here.
define intellectual.
Alright, because we have a couple more things to
Gaining-
get at level 1. Still, we have your heritage, which is your sub-race. I don't know if you've already picked that or not. I'm not sure what step it pops up at all.
It popped it up in the ancestry. I was like a dark kitsune,
Oh.
dark fields kitsune.
And then you should be able to grab at. We have a couple feats we need to get you.
Where is that?
On your sheet, that should be. There should be a little thingy on the right that says to add a data record of the PC, drag and drop from this window. There should be feat quick filters. The first one is ancestry feat. You can pick one of those at level 1.
Okay.
Dude, chat's trying to convince me that there's a fish that's 9 feet tall and lives on the sun right now.
Oh,
Oh, the sunfish.
Yeah. Trying to tell me this fish lives on the sun. I'm too smart for that.
Yeah. It swims around in the. That's why they call them cosmic waves.
We should just name things.
maybe Undyne was on to something leaving this campaign.
It didn't.
Hey!
What
What's
feat
up,
did you
Kit?
pick, by the way?
Huh?
Which feat did you pick?
I picked lore here. And then it
lore.
pulled up a...
Yeah, it popped up a window for me too. I don't know why it
Yeah.
exists like that.
Okay, so did it do it then?
And
How do I know if it worked?
I think so. I think it's on your sheet. Question mark.
It would be under skills or abilities. Yep,
I
there it
think it was-
is.
yeah.
Right there.
And then do we need a
Okay,
class feat? Which would be like there. There's a lot at level 1.
Oh boy.
But again, most of them are doubled up because of the remaster stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what any of them do.
Nimble dodge lets you, as a reaction, if you're getting targeted by an attack, use a reaction to give yourself +2 to the AC, so it might not hit you or it might not crit you anymore.
Uh-huh.
Overextending feint lets you, instead of choosing what happens on a feint normally, which means the enemy is off guard to you, which makes they have a -2 to your AC against your first melee attack you make against them, you can instead make it so they have a penalty to their attack rolls instead of their AC.
Okay.
Trap Finder just makes it easier for you to find traps. You get a little bonus to finding traps and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
Tumble behind is just every time you tumble through a foe, which just make a dexterity a thingy versus their reflex DC. You just move through their space, even though you're not only allowed to, and then they are off guard to your next attack when you go in and jump through their space.
Okay.
Twin feint is if you are dual wielding, it just lets you feint somebody and then it makes you attack somebody and then they are automatically feinted, so you can attack them again with lesser to your multiple attack penalty.
Okay.
And then your next is a reaction. If you are trained in intimidation, you, after you kill a man, you just pick somebody out, you point at them, and you're like, I'm gonna fucking kill you as a reaction, and they are frightened.
Cool. Works for me. Was that do I only get the one?
Yeah, you
Or
only
do I
get the
click
one
on
at
this
level
again?
1.
Okay.
I think
And
you
then-
have it in your sheet.
Okay. Yep, it's right here. And then there's also
And
a
then
den, a
lastly,
skill
we have a
limit.
skill feat. There's a lot of these. But well, that's
Oh
not, I
boy.
forgot. We should probably pick your skills before you get your actual skill feats, just because they determine what you can pick.
Uh-huh.
As a
Okay.
rogue,
Where do I
currently,
pick my skills?
you should be able to see it on, I'm not sure if it's directly from the sheet itself, I'm pretty sure, maybe.
So there's two ways to do it. Either you look in the on the most far right one, it tells you what things you need to pick. In
Uh-huh.
the far right, like the far right box, or if you go to skills on the far left one,
Uh-huh.
and then you click on the thing that looks like a pen diagonal on the
Edit
top right.
list.
Yeah. Then you can pick which ones you have proficiency in.
Okay.
You should
And
already have a
there's-
lot of trained already.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm seeing T,
Yeah.
E.
There's how many
T.
proficiency levels are there? There's trained, expert,
And it's
Master,
trained
legendary.
expert, master, and legendary.
master, and legendary.
You can only train things for now
Uh-huh.
level 1, but you have an extra 10 skill trainings.
Okay, so I could just add
You have whatever you want to be trained. I'm not sure if there's even 10 more left.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 left. So
Ah.
I could add everything except 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Set to T. Cool.
So probably thievery.
I think she needs to take marine biology.
Okay, calm down, dude. Finally, someone else with all the skills apart from me.
You're just
Cool.
not taking Arcana and occultism? Okay.
Yep.
That makes sense. We have so many other people that have.
There's a lot
Arcana
of
and
you
occultism.
fucking
Y'all can have the
nerds.
magic shit.
We have so many nerds in our group.
All right. So now we go to the skills.
Yeah, now we can look at these skill feats. You get one of them.
One of them. Cool.
There's so many.
And there are a lot.
Stoop.
I'm not sure if you can filter out exactly what type of skills there are.
Uncategorized, and then you can
Yeah,
pick
you
what
can only
book they
filter
come
by
out
just
of.
pick what
books.
book we're from. Okay. Actually, can you close that real quick and then just open it again just to see if it loaded up all the skills you actually have trained in again? Because you trained in a lot of other ones after that. I just want to see if it'll pop up in a different list.
Page 1 of 3.
Yep,
Fuck.
there we go. All right, now we're
Oh
cooking.
god.
Just like we can focus on what skill you want to have first off.
Uh-huh.
Anything like deception, diplomacy,
Yeah,
acrobatics. like that.
the shit that would involve talking to people.
Are you looking to be more scary or more diplomatic? You want to lie to people that are?
Probably more flirty.
I would say what I want to be whatever matches the situation to get the best for me.
River?
Huh? What? Huh?
A river?
Thinking about fish. What's up?
I know you're looking at fish. How often do you think like diplomatic type of stuff that we're going to be going through is going to occur?
Quite regularly, but further down the road. Remember, you guys invaded this country because it has been absolutely ass blasted, and you invaded it under the pretense that the royal family and the government had entirely fallen. And now you've discovered that the king is alive in this weird half-living state he's in down here. So diplomacy could be initiated now, or it could be really critical coming up in the next few, I'd say out of game next year with how much this party actually gets done. So it will be very helpful to the party eventually.
All right.
Also, you don't have anybody who's good at it.
Hey, speak for yourself. I'm fairly okay at it. But what I was going to say
is you can probably just pick whatever you want, because I think we have people that have some sort of application to whatever we need at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, as a
But,
rogue, you
so-
get a skill increase and also a skill feat every single time you level. So we're gonna go through a lot of these.
Cool.
So
and
you
so I
can-
only
you
get to
can-
pick one of these now?
Yes, one of
Yeah.
them for this level. Then we'll go on
You
every
can-
single level
You
afterwards.
can see where it says benefits, and it's like a short snippet of
Yeah,
what that
yeah.
thing actually does.
That's what I was looking for.
I ordered Burger King because I was thinking about we were talking about fish.
Ugh, I'm sorry.
What does that have
I
to
have
do
to.
with
I order Burger King all the time, only because I'm allergic to meat, and they're like the only place that has
Yeah.
like meat substitute options.
Oh, that's true. That are like Taco Bell, but Taco Bell's like nothing but like black beans.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck one's that.
Because Burger King did a promotion with Shark Tale.
Why are you obsessed with shark?
Oh, so now we're
You
all
also
circled
fuck with
back
a
to you
fish.
being horny for that weird shark.
Fish fucker.
They let you collect 10 Fintastic toys. Look. Like you think I'm probably like memeing or some shit, but I'm dead serious. Our talk about
to know.
fish and Shark Tale made me think of Burger King because of this, and so I was like, oh shit, I gotta get some Burger King. Like look at the face on this toy. It looks almost like Podge's own a hole.
It's me. My own hole's much more pretty than that shark.
Yeah, I know,
The
but
tongue's cut out. There's no tongue.
Yeah, no tongue. Pfft, amateur.
Also, the fish from Shark Tale is really hot. Like, I don't know why this is like a weird take. She's Lola. It's Lola.
I was gonna say, which one are you talking about?
Is this
There's
where
two
you have
fish.
to
I need to
explain-
know.
Look,
How useful?
Was the fish your first crush? Were you just watching it at a point in time when your brain was still developing?
You're like, yeah.
dude, I'm 32 years old and have ADHD. My brain is still developing right now.
I think now you have to explain to your chat that I have an Ona hole.
What, did they not know that you had an Ona hole?
Oh yeah, you already have Charming Liar from your
I
background.
see that. I see that. I see that. Whoop whoop.
Would reading lips be useful in order to gain information too?
So, River would have been 12 when Shark Tale came out, so it checks out.
What the heck?
Yeah, but he probably watched it when I was like 16.
I would say, what is when it says make an impression? What does that mean in this sense?
That's just where you use your diplomacy to increase the attitude of a person, like of you or your group. So if someone is like unfriendly to you, you can be like,
Sure.
we talk them and be like, "Ayo, what's good?" And they'll be like, "Well, actually, I kind of think I'm tolerate you now."
Sure. Let's do that. Cool. Now what?
No, that is all for level 1.
Okay.
Right, we got through one level.
Yep.
Now what? How do we make a
And
second
now on
level?
your sheet,
Uh,
you can go and just hit the add level button. That's next to the class
one?
thingy.
Whoop.
And then we can go through it all over again. You get a skill increase, and
I
by that I
wonder-
mean you can pick one of your non-trained skills and just decide to train it.
I wonder if she has any, like, Rule
That's the only
34
thing I
up
can
her.
do.
Yeah, you can increase Dexpert until level 3.
The fuck is this?
So if there's not another option than making me drain one of these things?
Nope.
Cool. I'll learn occultism. Now what?
To be really good
Now
at
we pick
everything.
a second level class feat. This can be where you take your what's it called? Your bard dedication if that's what you want to do.
Uh-huh. How do I do that?
I don't fucking know. Oh wait, no, at the very okay, I found it. At the very end, there should be DEDIC from the little feat quick filters thing.
Yep.
That's where the dedications are.
Yep.
We just gotta scroll down to find
Bard
Bard
dedication.
from Player Core.
You know who else could have got it? Trudy from B movie.
Oh my
Is that the
God.
woman?
It's the
Is that
tour
the
guide at the very beginning.
Or the
No,
bee?
it's the bee. Of course, I was gonna say it was the bee.
Oh,
I
wait.
just-
So
No.
yeah, that's the one where they make the joke about how she's looking fine, and then they realize that they're all like siblings or something.
Yeah.
And now we have that out of the way. That is your class feat for the level. You can close out the class feat stuff.
I can close out of the class feat stuff.
Yeah, because instead of taking like a class feat, you took the Bard
You
dedication.
took
So you have
the
Bard stuff instead of the
dedication.
class feat.
Okay. So
and now we
then-
can go and train your last skill. Oh wait, we already did that. We just did that. We just traded that skill, and then
Yep.
we can go and find another skill feat.
skill feat here. Got it.
You've upgraded to 1 of 5 pages.
Fuck.
It's because you got all of the skills for whatever skill you just upgraded.
Magic, occultism.
I'll drink water in a second. I'm trying to see if there's any like more bees from the bee movie who could get it.
River.
What?
And like in the side, it's like here's a character, and River's being like, I want to fuck bees. That bee can get it. Never change, River.
I don't think I possibly could.
Force a creature quickly? How does that affect anything?
What? Forcing a creature to what now?
It's a quick coercion.
Coercion is like the opposite of making an impression almost. It's where you bully somebody using your intimidation into getting like information out of somebody or getting them to do something they don't want to do.
And how does doing
Usually
it quickly
takes
mean
a
anything?
minute. Usually it takes a minute to go and coerce somebody, but quick coercion, I believe, makes it down to like 1 or 2 or 3 actions. It makes it really quick instead of just an entire minute you talking to somebody and bullying them. You should be like immediately like do this thing and they'd be like, ugh.
Okay. Got it.
DB, I hate how well your like PNG, your Discord icon fits with the stupid foot thing.
No what?
Everybody says that, that's why I picked it.
Is that it for a level up?
No,
Or
now we
is
have
there
to pick
more?
what type of bard you want to be.
How do we do that?
There are different bard muses. There are 5 of them. Although I'm not sure River has the one about animals.
What button do I press? Class again?
I'm trying to figure out where it is.
Jen.
Because I've never done a dedication, like a class dedication, inside of this shit.
Yeah.
There's no like big automatic pop-ups of friendship and happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait for my Burger King to arrive.
I should look for it real quick. See if it's anywhere.
My Burger King will arrive at the same time as my moonshine.
Heck yeah.
Did you DoorDash moonshine?
Yeah.
I thought you were just looking for something to grab later. Jesus.
No, I DoorDashed.
I
I DoorDashed moonshine and vodka of dubious origin, and then Burger King.
I was thinking
Yeah.
of dashing some vodka myself.
Oh, a lot of people drink while we play this game.
Hell yeah.
Where the fuck would it be?
Oh, what? Call of Champions? Corruption of Champions. That's what you're talking about. CSC.
Base?
Oh, I love Corruption Champion.
It's a good game.
It's so good.
Trials in Tainted Space is good too.
I'm more of like I feel like I'm more of like a Corruption of Champions person. I like fantasy more than I like sci-fi.
I do too, but Trials in Tainted Space just had more content and like more interesting content, I thought, for a while. And you can fuck bees in it.
COC2 had to catch up.
And you can fuck bees in it.
Fucking bean.
Yeah, but like COC2, the first thing you do is fuck bees.
What? Really?
Yeah, literally. As soon as you go to the town,
Well,
you're
no.
like, man, I sure am full of honey from getting fucked by bees.
No, that's if you. Yeah, actually, both games did start out with getting fucked by bees. Now that I think about it.
With you fucking bees.
Store-bought shine ain't legit. Gotta get a jar from an old-ass man in the woods. Where do you live where there's old-ass men distributing jars of alcohol in the woods?
In the Midwest.
Jesus, I
No,
have to
like
go to this
Virginia.
Midwest.
Okay.
I live around cornfields. I literally could walk into a cornfield and find a weird man who's missing most of his teeth, who just has literal, like cartoonishly sized jugs of moonshine that I can give him $20 for, and he'd be like, and then give it to me.
He'd be like, what?
I don't know if he's been inhaling the fumes for too long, but like he knows that he wants
The
money.
corn
and I know that I want
fumes?
moonshine.
The corn fumes?
What
What
fucking moonshine and stuff.
what part are you at in character creation?
We're
we-
trying to
I'm trying to
figure
figure out
out
where the
what
fuck the
type of
muse
bard I
is.
am.
I'm not sure if you could actually put the muse itself onto your sheet.
Okay, well
in
then.
fancy rounds. We can fuck.
I
with it
already
from there.
know.
There
I
are
already
a couple-
know. Look, we just need something functional for tonight. Really, honestly, there's no
Yeah,
combat or
That's what I'm trying to
anything.
get. I'm trying to think of like
Yeah.
there are there's 5, and I'm not sure the 5th one is in River's Fancy Grounds. It's about animal companions. If you care about that one, if you want a weird dog.
We don't need any
I'm
more.
a kitsune. I'm my own animal companion.
Yeah, we don't need any more. Yeah, she is the party pet.
Yo.
Oh, ayo.
Ayo.
Okay.
Let's go.
Do you need a collar, baby?
It's only if you'll put it on me.
I'd be more than happy to.
Y'all can have gay sex later. We gotta figure out this stuff.
Gotta make a character sheet.
Okay,
We got
so
nerd shit to do.
if we're skipping over the bard shit.
We still gotta figure out what the thing is. I'll just describe which of the 4 of them to you, and you could figure out what you care about. Enigma Muse is all about mysteries and diving into uncovered hidden secrets of the life and multiverse and stuff like that. That one's like a huge nerd type shit. Maestro is you are really good at mixing your like songs and stuff together. You're very much about like constantly trying to find like artistic prowess and stuff like that. Polymath is like a jack of all trades, which you kind of already are as a rogue.
Yep.
And then warrior is you like to hit stuff.
Got it. I'll probably go polymath.
Okie dokes. Well, I'll just write that down for now somewhere. I'll just write it on a fucking notepad in case it pops up.
My jack of all trades is jack of all trades.
Yeah, you double jacked it. And then it's all for level 2. Now we can go on to level 3.
Okay.
You can just hit the
Add
add a level
level.
button.
Yep.
We'll figure out all your spells and stuff once we get to the actual like end of it all.
Yep.
Chat's blushing over Valtria and Kit. Yeah, they are probably the 2 most proficient people I know with their voices.
I take that as a big compliment because I'm not a voice actor.
Get to that shit, then, bitch. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not so proficient with
should,
my
I
voice,
should.
but I'm pretty proficient with my tongue.
Ha!
Girl mood. Look, I've seen that ass all over Twitter. Like,
Listen, I'm a cunning linguist with a bakery in the back.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah,
add general feat 1. Is the yellow ones the stuff that I'm yet to do?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, so general feat 1.
General feats also include all the other skill feats we're already going through, but also have some unique ones.
Oh,
specific
boy.
general feats. Like fleet makes you move faster, toughness gives you more HP, die hard makes you die harder.
Oh boy.
Incredible initiative just makes you go earlier in combat.
It would have been great too, is someone
Wait,
who would actually be
Breath
able to
control.
fucking. Oh my god!
I'm taking that one.
I can't believe all of you. Most of you picked feats on just your. On just stretchy.
Yeah, as goblins should be. That's me, IRL.
As
Bruh,
goblins
come
should
on.
be.
Exactly. Goblins are very stretchy.
You also get another skill feat.
A skill feat. Okay.
Dude, this ear cleaning camera I bought is so interesting.
Are you just looking at the inside of your own
Gross.
fucking ear right now?
What else am I gonna do?
Disgusting.
What do you mean? I can see all right in there. I know I'm healthy.
Like, get all in the river.
That's
Just, yeah.
nasty.
Nice to see that my inner ear is as good looking as the rest of me.
That's just probably crusty as fuck. No nail outside of you.
I
River,
literally cleaning it right now. What?
When we move over to Fantasy Grounds, or sorry, from Fantasy Grounds to Forge, whatever.
Foundry.
Foundry, yeah. We can switch classes, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You can swap off.
Can I become an exemplar?
Yeah, absolutely.
Bullshit. Okay.
Hell yeah!
Why is there
That's gonna have a lot of narrative implications for you.
for me?
yeah.
What do you mean? I'm not in any trouble.
Exemplar is the demigod class. A lot of its stuff involves a lot of like world building stuff as well alongside
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I've said
Just letting you know.
yeah, demigod stuff works pretty well with this this world and like for how it's going. I've already read through Exemplar. I said before, I actually Undying could have done
Time
Exemplar
to make
too.
my second demigod.
I'm just letting you know, just in case, because like the epithets have very narrative weight to them before you take them.
Yep. I've looked through them, and as long as Valtria's already proven that they handle my my world lore with a sense of gravitas, so I don't mind at all if Valtria wants to do something and add to the
Yeah.
lore and do some weird shit.
I'm always
Also,
happy to
Kit,
work.
I
within
forgot
your
one
world
thing
lore.
for you, Kit.
What? What?
As part of taking Bard, you'd also become trained in Arcana. You'd be trained in everything.
Woo!
Base.
Let's go.
Cool. So
And
when
then
it says
now
the
that we're
two
level
skill
3, you
increases,
can-
I can set them to expert now.
You can pick one of them to be expert.
One of them to be expert. Okay. What do I?
I think you just click through it. I think it'll just loop back around.
Got it. Cool. Deception will go to expert. Is that and that's all the 3 things that I get?
Yep, you picked your skill feat, you picked all that.
Yep. General
Alright, yep,
feat
that's all for
was,
third
so
level.
general feat was breath
control.
control, skill feat was group coercion, and then skill increase was deception. So add a level again. Now what? Oh, rogue
And now
feat
it's
3.
more. Yeah, you can pick a rogue feat or a bard feat.
Well, I don't know. How do we open the bard feat window?
Give me a second. I'll try to figure it out. This is no longer. Let's see if it pops up with all of it together as one.
By the way, I love your trill. It's so cute.
It is.
Thank you.
It's
I fucking hate it.
yeah,
I understand.
yeah.
I understand it's something that it probably frustrates you.
Yeah.
But as some, I have autism, and so like every time I hear it, I'm fighting the urge just to copy you because it's. Just really
I told her that. I told her that, Val, too. With my ADHD, I've got echolalia, so she does it, and I'm just like, oh, I want to do it too.
I have another friend who also has a ticking disorder, and she stole my ticks, and now when I tick, it triggers her ticks, and we just tick back, and so
Oh
we just
my
end up
God.
fucking trilling and yowing back and forth.
I need to be in a room where this happens.
See, I have a lot of it's not so much like vocal tics, but I have a lot of like physical tics. Like I'll like kick my feet and stuff, and like. So you can't hear me, but like I'm just sitting here like kicking my feet, like with my socks half off, like little creature.
Adorable. Okay, so what are these skills for level 4?
I forgot that my stuff was muted. You can add another skill feat. You can also increase one of your skills up to expert in a second one if you want.
Well, but yeah, I don't know what these do.
From what your actual rogue feats.
Yeah.
Okay, so you could pick either like a rogue feat from these ones. I'll go over what they are, or you could pick more bard spellcasting.
Uh-huh.
So for the rogue feats, you have. Where is it? There it is.
That is a beautiful copy.
There is Dread Striker. Anytime that the creature has the frightened condition, they are also off guard to any of your attacks. So if you scare somebody ahead of time, no matter where they are, whatever positioning you are in, they are automatically off guard to your attacks as long as they're still frightened.
Thank you for the gifted sub, Anon.
Head Stomp lets you stomp on characters whose prone's head to give them a concussion, make them stupefied too, and also off guard.
Oh,
Crazy. Okay.
Mug just lets you, it's a 2-action ability. If you hit somebody, you can automatically try to steal from them.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing about Pathfinder is that there's 3 different actions that you can take each turn in Pathfinder.
Okay.
And it's not limited, so you could move 3 times or you could punch 3 times.
Okay.
Yeah, Poison Weapon just lets you just apply a random, like if you have poison, lets you just poison a weapon and then stab a man with it. You automatically also are able to craft very basic poisons at the beginning of every daily preparations, give you free poisons every day for that. Predictable pretty much lets you kind of almost do the like you think ahead of time, kind of like Sherlock Holmes did with Robert Downey Jr. movie, where you can predict how combat's gonna go. So you just attempt a perception check against the enemy's deception DC, and if you succeed against it, you get a bonus to your AC, as well as saving throws and stuff like that.
Okay.
Reactive Pursuit is if somebody runs away from you. You can use your reaction to just chase them down.
Got it. Got it.
And your movement does not trigger any reactions. Sabotage just lets you pick one item from a creature. As long as you have a free hand, pick an item that someone's holding and try to break the fuck out of it. Scoundrel Surprise is if you are impersonating somebody, you can just use one action to drop your disguise, and any creature who never saw through your disguise is automatically off guard to you as they're like, oh, that's not actually this person, it's actually a Kitsune.
That's hilarious. I love that. Technically, because I'm a Kitsune, if I were to transform into a fox, would that go into effect?
I believe so.
Taking it.
What is it?
Scoundrel Surprise. If you drop your disguise, anyone who didn't know that you weren't like your original thing. So if you were like had a disguise of whether that's like you're pretending to be somebody else, something like that, and you just drop your disguise as a single action, that people like freak out and they are off guard against your attacks.
And so if I'm a fox and I come prancing up to somebody and they go to like pet me, and then I turn into a human and I stab them, they're surprised, very surprised.
I think that would surprise just about anybody.
Taking them.
Hello, little fox. How are you today? Oh, you're a goth girl with a knife.
This is actually better.
This is actually better.
I was gonna say it sounds like a win-win to me.
I am okay with this. How are we doing, Kit? Nearly done?
We're at level 4. But I think I'm going faster, so it's mostly just being told what things are what.
Noise. Why don't I start with the rest of you then, Kitten? If you need help, just interrupt me, okay?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
All right. All of you have done your best to sleep. The Darklands don't offer much in the way of a day-night cycle, and with how deep you've gone now from your hot air balloon descending down to pursue the rat god, time has essentially lost all sorts of meaning and sense. Characters with any feats or abilities that allow them to know what time it is on the surface, even down this deep, you struggle a little bit. You're still able to figure out what time it is on the surface, but rather than just instinctually knowing, like, oh man, it's got to be like 3 o'clock, you're instead like, oh, what was it again? And it takes a little bit for you to remember. Buria was slain 10 hours ago. In the fortress, all of you have found places to sleep, whether you chose to spend the time in solitude or find comfort in the warmth of your allies. Oops, I did not mean to pin that message to my chat. I was trying to look at what was that. You have forgotten the face of the sun.
Oh, quick question.
Yes.
What level can I upgrade my skills to mastery? Like master?
7th.
7th, not there yet. Cool. Thank you.
I'd like everyone now to describe, if any of you chose solitude, how you managed to finally fall asleep and get your rest. And if you chose being with the rest of the party, what it is that you did in that time. Everyone's managed to get cleaned up as much as possible. There's no servants around, but the sick and injured kind of directed you to where there was some wash basins. The water is definitely not clean here. It's this murky, brown, milky white color. But you were told...
It's like a latte.
Essentially, you were told that it was, clean water. None of you felt tired enough to ask about it, but if the people here are alive, they must have been drinking and finding something to use to clean their wounds.
Damn. That's one nice cock.
Thank you so much for the follow. So, let's start with Valentin. Did you choose to spend your time alone, or is there someone that you wanted to seek out?
I think, I don't think Valentin got a lot of sleep. I don't think I slept a whole lot at all. I think I sort of wandered around the halls. Not really interacting with someone, but just kind of staring into nothing. While I've been thumbing the ring that's been hanging around my neck in my hand. And at one point, I would have approached Zandra.
Sandra, have you made your location known to the others, or are you avoiding anyone finding you?
No, I'm not hiding.
Then
I think after the death of a close companion, I would be looking for companionship in the form of my friends and allies to keep me sane.
Would you
No, I'm prone not to that.
We did very much so. Would you be with anyone already when Valentin finds you?
I would assume I'd be hanging around everyone else.
Okay.
Trying not to be alone.
Is anyone else then wanting to be part of this, little chat going on, or are any of you seeking solitude? Sam, Podge, and Oasis.
Oasis would hang out with people.
Sam would be seeking solitude.
Yeah, Podge is kind of alone, talking to the trident that is now a fork.
Okay.
So everyone wants to be alone except for Oasis, so it's just Oasis and Sandra hanging out then.
Basically, yes. So when you come across Zandra, her and Oasis are already in the room. Zandra, what are you doing? And Oasis, what are you doing in here?
Zandra might be making just awkward small chat because she's afraid to be alone with her thoughts, because there's a lot of voices going on in there, and she's scared of letting them take control.
And Oasis?
She'd be mostly like just listening patiently. Mostly like she doesn't like can't really like talk herself without like almost crying. She's just kind of like holding it in a little bit, just and also just like mindlessly like doing like small little like weavings with like little like sticks and stuff that she could just kind of create as like a nervous tick almost.
So we're
So
both doing coping mechanisms.
I imagine Oasis is like seated on the bed while chatting, and Zandra, you're probably just flat on your back on the cement floor, knowing you.
Yeah, watching. Well, I mean, if I'm doing that, then my sword is like hovering inches from my face, just directly above my head.
Mm-hmm. The cursed
Which is all the
blade.
better.
Yep, the cursed blade that always hovers, point down directly above your head, is pointed directly at your forehead as you discuss with Oasis. And Valentin, you walk into the room, or just kind of in the doorway, seeing them chatting idly.
Yeah, I think I'm not gonna walk into the room. I think I'm just gonna lean with one arm against the door frame and say, Sandra, do you have a minute?
Yeah.
There's something I would like to discuss in private.
Sure. Zandra will climb to her feet and head out of the room towards Valentin. What?
And
Yeah,
I'm just gonna
what's
nod
up?
in. I'm just gonna nod in acknowledgement to Oasis before we go out into the hallway.
If you
Finding.
you'll notice that the Zandra has like removed the blindfold that she's almost always wearing, and her eyes are very red, and she's been crying.
Finding privacy in the Dwarven Fortress is not difficult. You walk just a short way down the hallway through the massive, ornate, structured corridors with there's no like gems or jewelry or porcelain or fragile things on display. This fortress was carved out of the rock, but there is decorative carvings kind of just about everywhere. Every pillar is carved to be multiple dwarves standing on their shoulders, lifting the ceiling up with great Herculean effort, it looks like. And your footsteps echo through these wide, open, empty chambers until you guys come across a, kind of just side room that might have once been a study or a meeting hall for people in the fortress. Either way, there's nobody else here. You're far away from the sick and injured in the main hall. That last remaining knight of the First Law is not present, and you're quite a distance away from the throne room.
I think we're going to be walking and talking, because when I wanted privacy, it was more just to have Sandra to myself for a little bit, and it's less about if other people can actually hear.
Then yeah,
I
even
keep it.
To reiterate then my description, as you walk through the hallways, you come across nobody. There is no one on security, no one on guard duty, no servants rushing around this fortress. Those of you who have been in military installations before, this is highly abnormal. These kinds of places, there's always someone doing something, moving things, cleaning, carrying them, or more. But there's nothing at all apart from both of you and the eerie sound of your footsteps. Carry on.
How are you feeling?
Not great. I'm fighting these voices in my head. I've held control over I've been in control of myself. I'm sure you've seen for quite a while, and I'm afraid to lose that control.
It was my fault. Everything that happened. If I had been more aware of my surroundings, or if we had got a better plan laid out for us ahead of time, or any other number of reasons why I could have seen this coming, then none of this would have happened.
That's
In the end,
and that could have been anyone's fault. That's just a
No.
big, huge what if. Yeah, I could have been more aware. I could have done more to. I could have protected. I could have been just as responsible as you.
It should have been me. Haps tried to pull me out of the way because Haps was trying to interject, but he ended up getting in the way.
That wasn't by accident. That was her choice. That's not your fault.
No, but I was in the situation to begin with, where they had to put themselves in that
The forces
position.
we're dealing with are not something that you can just brush off as it would have gone better if this or this had happened. We're dealing with a god.
The
We're
point is,
mortals. There's no way that you can... do not take it upon yourself to take the blame for everything that happens.
I'm not taking the blame.
Gloria is probably just the first. In this situation, we'll be lucky if any of us make it out alive.
Right. Brings me to my next point. I say as I turn towards Zandra and I stop thumbing the ring in between my fingers and I just hold it in the open palm of my hands. I am betrothed to someone. It's not a marriage that is made out of love to begin with, but it is a person that's very close to me. And
So you love them or no?
that's between her and me. Main thing is this. I haven't been home for a while, for a long time. And I don't even know if they still care about me. But I
Do you
do
wanna
care
go to
about
them?
them. I do care about them. But something that's been made painfully aware to me, especially the last couple of days, but more than anything, what just happened a couple of hours ago, is that at any point, any one of us could fall to forces beyond our control. And if that were to happen to me, I don't know if I could make peace without knowing that some sort of word gets back to her. And I'm going to reach into my satchel to the side of me, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to take out the notebook that everyone's been that people wrote in when they were talking about how I was expendable.
You're gonna bring that up every time.
He's not going to let it go.
He's never gonna let it go.
Yeah, just so that people know that it's the same notebook that I've been carrying the entire time. It's not. It's not going to be the Goblin Isekai book. Anyway,
He does have his Goblin Isekai book as well.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
it's in the like pocket to the next of it. But I'm going to hold up the journal. This book contains, I suppose you could say, the first draft of everything that I've been going through ever since I left my home. It details stories of things I've seen, of things I've experienced, of thoughts I've had. It's more or less a diary.
All right.
And if something were to happen to me,
You
you're
want me to
the
get
only
it to
one
her?
yes, you're the only one I can fully trust with this.
How do I
I
find her?
know that if something were to happen to me, you would make sure that one way or the other it would reach. Even if it doesn't reach her, it might reach my family. It might reach anyone that ever cared. And I want you to promise me that you won't just let it go. You'll make sure that it, at the very least, tries to reach its destination.
I can promise that. I would respect a last wish more than anything else.
And I'm going to make a very obvious motion about where the book is as I place it back down into my satchel. Thank you.
You've been very secretive about your family and such. How do I get this to them? The unfortunate case that something does happen.
Will we be able to cut the branch, but knowing where his family is, all the root too?
Sandra like makes a face of like concentration and kind of like shakes her head. Actually, can you write down the best way to contact them or get it to them, and then
It's
keep
in the
it
foreword. It's in the foreword of the book. In case, and I want to take a deep breath. In case we all perish, there is still a chance that maybe an errant adventurer finds it one day and they'll try to get it, if not to my family, then at least to my home country, where it can get into the hands of maybe someone that cared at some point. But thank you. Is there anything you need of me? I will be more than happy to offer the same gesture back.
I mean, I haven't really talked about my past too much either. I don't have anyone left. They were all killed, so I don't have any requests. But I appreciate the offer. The only people I've got left are you guys. So,
Then we better make
if I
sure
have
that
any
we
last
don't.
requests, just Sandra points to the sword above her head. Somehow, destroy this thing. Don't touch it, though.
She didn't mean that sword, okay? Whatever she said, she didn't really mean it. It's mostly a symbolic thing. He doesn't actually want to destroy you. I don't know if you can hear me, but in case he can, I don't want to take my chances. What if he goes on a rampage? Anyway,
Just don't touch
I'll.
it then. That's the best chance you have of surviving.
Thank you, Sandra. Now
Yeah.
I'm going to spend some more time thinking and writing until I can no longer handle it, and I guess I'll just pass out in the hallway somewhere.
Well, if you need anything else, just let me know. I'll be somewhere fighting my demons.
Won't we all? And I'm going to
Kill him, and I will fall silent forevermore.
I'm going to turn my back to Zandra. Really leave it juicy. There's going to be a red glowing spot on my back where my weak spot is.
I will, because we've talked about this, River. I don't want to, like, I can roleplay like weakness and stuff, but I think after such a traumatic event, maybe a will check would be like we've done in the past.
Yeah, roll me a will check.
Would you? Okay.
Yeah, I'm only at 10 HP. What's the worst that can happen?
We finally might get rid of Valentin today. Well, as always, you didn't roll super great, Zandra. I know it was a secret check, but it was a 2 on the dice, so you tell me what a 12 gets you, okay?
As the voice in her head begins to speak, because it's more than just a voice, right? She's cursed with this sword.
Yep.
When she fails to fight its urges, she'll call out to Valentin as the sword descends down into her grasp, where it's no longer floating. She's holding onto it. Valentin, I would. You need to run. You need to. Yeah.
I jump out the window.
This is a fortress in the middle of a mountain. They're surrounded by a lava lake. There's no windows, brother.
16 months. Okay, but like, what if there was like an aesthetic window carving like what it would be, so it just clams into the wall, but there's like a window pane around it?
He just jumps headfirst into this wall.
I'm doing the equivalent of jumping out. Like, is there a door? Is there a window?
You just start running, dude.
Pulls out a piece of chalk, draws a window.
How tall is the ceiling?
75 feet.
Okay, I pull out my grappling hook and I go.
He Spider-Mans his way down the hallway away from you. Hey, Sel, thank you so much for the sub. Yeah, he Spider-Man's away.
Zandra will. This isn't the first time the swords tried to get her to kill Valentin.
And it won't be the last.
It won't be the last. I will, just for the sake of, I think that she's done a good job of fighting against the sword to, like, up until this moment, because it's not like immediately after Buria's death. I think that as he like zips away really fast, she knows that she can't catch him. He's too fast. And so as he leaves her vision, what is the ground made of? Is it just stone?
The ground is made of ground. It's rock.
Rock. Okay.
Rock, stone, cement.
There's nothing squishy or something for me to shove the sword into, is there?
Unfortunately, apart from yourself and Valentin, not particularly.
Okay.
It's okay. You look around for something to shove it into that's squishy, frustratedly do not find anything. Yeah. You kind of clench it so your knuckles begin to turn white, and then a different voice comes into your mind. Zandra! Scorpius thinks it's okay to be weak. Every now and then. Scorpius thinks it's okay to let go of the blade.
But if I'm weak, then I lose control. And then the people around me get hurt.
Scorpius thinks that sometimes intentionally letting go of something is in itself control. However, Valentin has yet not finished Scorpius's face backpack.
Are you suggesting I kill Valentin?
I'm suggesting. Sorry. Sorry, I've been laughing so hard I said I instead of him in third person. Scorpius is suggesting that we retrieve my face backpack.
Sandra will take several deep breaths and let go of the sword.
The sword floats back up to be ominously pointed down directly above your head. In that action of letting go, you do feel a bit of relief, both physically and mentally, as you feel just the visual impression of your head of two very tiny glass scorpion claws closing around the hilt for you.
Oh. Thank you, Scorpius. I have so many voices in my head, and yours is the only one that keeps me safe.
Scorpius doesn't respond as my phone. Carry on with your scenes, players. I have to fetch my food and moonshine.
Now I want to imagine Scorpius holding a cell phone in his claws and trying to have a conversation. And then he has a briefcase and this other one.
Moonshine.
Zandra will head back to the room where her and Oasis were hanging out, and will sit in the corner with her back to the wall and just lay with her head back, eyes closed, and kind of go into maybe a meditative state and just try and relax instead of being so tense. I miss when I was the only voice in my head. It's so loud. Always. And tears will begin to trickle down her face again.
Phoebe's just staring deadpan.
Oasis is just watching me.
I forgot I was muted. I'm sorry.
No worries.
But yeah, no, Oasis is just gonna like quietly ask if like it's a curse, right?
That's one of the voices, yes. It's the sword's voice is more contained now. You, as many of the party, weren't there when I was cursed by this sword, but when I first got it, it screamed in my head. Non-stop. Always. All day. All night. Just non-stop screaming. And even though it's no longer doing that, it now has more power over me. It's more refined, more focused. It thirsts. It beckons me to kill. And I do not have the strongest mind. I've I've got other voices in my head. Other versions of myself. And I've been very good about not letting them take over. I apologize for dropping this on you.
Oof, I am back. Hello, guys. Sorry, just grabbing my headset.
Oh, Jesus Christ, River scared the fuck out of me.
He just fucking broke through like the fucking Kool-Aid, man.
I what? Oh, was you guys in the middle of a scene? I'm sorry, carry on.
It was like very soft-spoken, like,
Yeah.
and I know you're like, woof, yeah.
Sorry, that's just me. My bad. Carry on, guys.
I'm scared me.
I'm sorry, carry on with your scene. I'm gonna eat my Burger King.
Yeah, drink your pickle juice.
Sandra will like tip her head back forward and look at Oasis. I promise I won't lose control. Even though that's a promise she can't really make.
It's okay. I trust you. I don't think you'd even have a reason to want to kill me. I don't
Well,
think.
you're not nobility, so you're safe. Quiet. Silence.
Because like Oasis doesn't have a lot of her memory, because remember her brain was turned into fucking weird plant spaghetti. So she's just trying to think back, like, was I a noble? I know
Was
I
I
was
a
a sailor
noble?
at some point. Oh no.
Oh my gosh,
But the outside it smiles, on the inside it's like, oh.
guys! They sent me one of the Burger King like paper cardboard crowns too.
Oh my lord.
Congratulations,
River.
King.
Good job.
I'm wearing it. Finally,
a
someone
big
recognizes.
boy.
Someone recognizes me for the king I am.
Oh, congratulations, big boy. You finally got your crown.
Why?
Also, damn, bro. That's fucked up.
Carry on with your
Finally,
scene.
King that I am.
Oh, you're a king? Time to murder you.
Shit.
At least the voices in my head are telling me to kill you.
My own hatred of the Borgois, and yet my desire to be bougie.
But yeah, I think that's it for Zandra's roleplay. I don't have anything else right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Aside from imagining herself in a pit fight with all the alternate versions of herself and the sword.
Kit.
Scorpius is her tag-in.
Hello.
Hello, Kit. Are you done your character?
Yeah, we're good. I was just figuring something out because the Dasher claims that they delivered my order, but they never did. So now I'm like,
Oh no.
now I'm out the money for.
Do you want me to contact them on your behalf and get them to refund you? I argue with Uber Eats all the day
Usually
of
you can
time.
do it through the app.
It was DoorDash.
Usually through the app, you can say like, "My order never arrived," and they'll
Yeah,
usually side
and
with you. Yeah.
I see. I did that, and they're like, "Hey, your Dasher claims that they couldn't contact you, so we're not going to give you your money back. Fuck you."
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's so fucked.
You have to escalate it to an email. Again, if you want, Kit, I'll help you with that later. For now, is your character done?
Yeah, it's done.
5 years ago, Kit, you were in a kingdom called Cadron. This kingdom was entirely based within the mountains. The cities were in these massive tunnel structures high up in the mountains, and it was a technological mecca in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Cadron is the country that invented the first flushable toilet. Primary races were dwarves, gnomes, rock-like elementals, and other creatures that normally like to live amongst a lot of rock and enjoy tinkering and technology.
Yeah.
5 years ago, the Darklands, which is similar to the Underdark in D&D, rose up to meet these cities. Massive earthquakes sank the tunnel cities deep, deep into the Darklands as awful creatures from the depths surged up en masse. Cadron was wiped out in under 5 days. You have been trapped down here for the last 5 years with no way out, tormented by being caught in between a battle between an order of knights whose jobs is making sure that evil gods are contained and or killed, and the rat god themselves. You have survived, along with the other survivors down here, on a diet of mushrooms and by drinking the juices that come out of the mushrooms. Cannibalism has been an option that others here have resorted to in the past as well. Not sure if you participated in any of that or not. At this point, the situation has, over the last 5 years, deteriorated so much that you are the last healthy person. The rat god normally uses plenty of plagues and more in order to weaken people in its domain or in an area it's attacking. Everyone is sick with various plagues and illnesses that will kill them eventually. The Cherugians in the fortress have been doing their best to stave off disease as much as possible, and you secretly haven't caught as much as a common cold. Well, everyone around you is dying of plague. You suspect, for whatever reason, you are immune to all of the plagues that have been, well, plaguing the fortress. About 10 hours ago, after years of nothing of interest happening apart from you guys slowly losing this war and battle for attrition, a group of adventurers descended. The last of the Knight Order that was down here has been wiped out apart from one sole member, but the adventurers made it into the fort, blowing up the bridge behind them, the only way to access this carved rock. You suspect they might be your way out of this mess. In addition, it is up to you if you are hiding the fact that you've been immune to the plagues and diseases that have been ravaging the fortress or not. If you have been hiding them, you're going to need to roll me a disguise, a deception, or some sort of skill check. It can be your choice, an activity. So, in your activities, it can be your choice of whatever for how you've been playing off the fact that you're as sickly as everybody else here. As a note, the Cherugians, the king, and the rest of the people down here have resorted to pretty extreme measures. If they found out that for the last 5 years you'd been suspiciously immune, you know, experiments and taking you apart would probably be something that was discussed at one point, if they knew.
And I just have been a fox slipping through the walls for the past 5 years. Because I can be in fox form indefinitely.
Absolutely. You've just been a random fox in the fortress.
Been a random fox in the fortress.
They've been trying to catch you for the last 5 years because this is not a place for foxes to be. And also, you'd be delicious. But you avoided them at every turn. And now, in a small goblin's room, Hodge, you've been talking to your trident. You look up, and there's just a fox sitting in the corner of your room.
So I'm talking to my trident, which is about the size of a cocktail fork at this point. And I've actually been trying to commune with my patron.
Ooh.
So to anybody else, it looks like I'm talking to my fork. But I'm basically sitting there trying to tell my patron, like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it out of here. And if I do, I might be pretty different. You still love me if I was... And as I start to say rat, I look up and there's a fox and I go, you... What? You're... Who the fuck are you?
I was like, the silvery furred fox just kind of sniffs around and approaches you.
Hodge, describe what your character looks like.
So Podge is a pretty tall for a goblin, actually, but otherwise pretty short. She's about like 3'4", 3'5". Goblin dressed in a sort of traditional style maid outfit. It's pretty beat up at this point. She has next to her a cracked teapot that is like oozing black like ichor. And in her messy pigtails, she's got there's like a hamster crawling around, and she's, if you would look at her, you'd be like, I don't know if she knows that's there. She still kind of has, if you would look closely, a bit of blood caked under her nails. But otherwise she looks relatively cleaned up, just a bit disheveled. And you can tell she's tired. And she looks at the fox for a minute, and Hamtaro, the little hamster, burrows into her pigtail as it notices the fox. And she goes, damn, that's a big rat.
I'm saying about 2 foot tall, like black nosed, like black, like the fox's ears, like fade into just like little black tips. Same with the tail, and just walks up and starts circling around your legs, sniffing.
Listen, if this is about the rat thing, with the king and the, all I know, I got my friend is dead.
Say, and the fox speaks. Well, aren't you the most ragtag little thing?
What? I'm a goblin. I'm not a ragtag. I don't even know what that is.
Absolutely adorable. How did you get in here?
We're kind of sheltering. We killed. There were a lot of rats, and these guys kind of helped us, and then we blew some stuff up, and then I'm sorry about the bridge, and then my friend died. Now we're here.
The fox tilts her head to the side. But you have a way out, right?
Maybe if we. I mean, we kind of gotta take down the rat king, but we could probably get out. Yeah. Valentin would know. He's smart.
This Valentin. Are they capable as well as they're smart?
I mean, he probably shouldn't quit his day job. He's been missing his shots a bit lately, but I would say so. He makes some pretty cool stuff.
Well, for now, why don't you take me to this Valentin?
Oh no.
Man, having a rat curse sure means you can talk to rats, I guess. Are you gonna be nice to him?
Will he be nice to me?
Maybe. We haven't been very nice to rats, but you're kind of a weird-looking rat.
Indeed, definitely a weird rat.
Maybe keep your distance, and I'll just, I don't know, the other rats have been pretty aggressive, and you seem pretty nice. Maybe I have nice rat powers now. Maybe that's why you're, I could probably take you to Valentin.
Sure, very powerful rat powers.
Well, what's in it for me?
Well, this fortress is full of disease and plague and starving people. You wouldn't want to die down here all alone, would you? I'm sure you and all your friends want to leave. So do I. We can do this together, can't we?
Do kind of want to get back. I got someone waiting for me. And she glances at the really fucked up looking teapot. Mims isn't doing so hot either. And Mimsley kind of like, the little ichor thing kind of like bloops out, and a little tongue kind of lolls out at the top of the teapot. And like, yeah, I think we need to get out of here. Yeah, I guess I will take my new rat friend, and as I get up and I go, what's your name anyway?
You can call me Malka.
Alright. Well, Malka, I'll introduce you to my friends, but please don't bite them. Last time a rat bit one of my friends, we had to cut off his hand. It wasn't very pretty.
Can
you promise?
Of course. With every heart in my body.
That she's not even phased by that. She's like, that sounds totally normal. Rats probably have like 6 hearts. And she kind of, starts scoping around for Valentin.
All right. You head out and you begin looking through the hallways for Valentin. And you see him slowly rappelling like down from a ceiling.
But anyway, what's going on with Sam?
Right. Well, I didn't go to Sam for some pretty particular reasons, but Rye, would you like to, do you want to join in with anyone or interact in any way? Or is it just Sam's doing his own thing right now?
I'll wait until someone comes find Sam.
Yeah, that's what I was waiting. That's what I had figured.
None of us ever go find him, so we never
just
find
live
out
behind
with Sam.
Sam just lives in the fortress now.
Sam secretly really loves playing hide and seek, but has never told anyone. He just starts playing on his own, and then just waits for us to find him.
It's more fun that way.
Also, this pickle juice moonshine is really dangerous. I've already drank like half the jar.
One of us. One of us.
We're just gonna start.
It says it's 20% alcohol.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus, River.
It's
Only
moonshine. What do you
20%.
fucking expect?
It's 750 milliliters and 20% alcohol, it says.
No, that sounds about right.
Jeez.
What normal whiskey is like 36 to 40.
Anyway, sorry.
If anything, it's weak.
So Valentin's slowly rappelling down from the ceiling.
Valentin. You, taking up spelunking? I learned that word recently.
You know we're all kind of spelunking, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of. Wow. Does that make us spelunkers?
What do you want, Podge? I don't know if you
cool
know.
Rat.
That's no rat.
It's not.
Valentin,
Now standing behind Podge, as you notice, it's no longer a fox.
Yeah,
But
Podge
now-
turns around, and she's like, "Well, I thought it was a," and then.
describe what your human or fox-human hybrid form looks like, Kit, whichever one you're in.
I look like a 5'6" white-haired human girl, but I have a very fluffy tail. As the only thing that would tell you that I'm not human.
Podge, are you?
The voices are telling me to pet the tail.
Describe what the colors and what you look like in full, Kit. What you're wearing, too,
Okay.
unless you're nude.
Okay. I was I have black leather armor with just like, as much metal and chains as a girl could handle. A mildly pierced face with scars going down my right side, neck and arm, I would say, and long black painted nails.
Fudge like is like mid sentence, like I thought I had some sick rat. I don't know who you are, but I will do whatever you want.
I silently unholster my pistol and I start to put a bullet into it.
Oh, no. That's not so necessary, right? Is it?
Podge, are you seeing a rat behind you right now?
No, I think I'm seeing what humans refer to as heaven. But it sounds like the rat.
Valentin, describe what your character looks like. Remember, Kit's first time is meeting you is now.
Valentin is wearing, in a lot of ways,
And I'm loving it.
Oh, absolutely.
I love it.
All right, we're reconnected. We're back again. If anyone refreshes to check, we should be back. Yep, chat's saying welcome back. Hello.
Let's start again. Valentin is a man that wears a white dress pants and suit vest, and slung over his shoulder is a black leather trench coat. He's got a harness on that he has a weapon holster in, as well as a bunch of different gadgets being slung to his various belts that he's got across his waist and across his chest. He's a blonde, very pale blonde-haired man with a neatly trimmed beard, amethyst-colored eyes, and he's got an eye patch on. But the eye patch has a sort of lens on it, but the lens is also completely shaded, so it kind of just looks like a black lens. But he kind of looks like a man that was dressed for a regular dinner party underneath, but then he's put a bunch of stuff above it to make him more dressed for adventure. But anything that might have been a neatly dressed man before is just ragged and dirtied, and all of his clothes have holes and burn marks, and it doesn't look like he's been able to take care of his clothing for a while. But his beard is still very neatly trimmed, and his hair is tied up into a small ponytail.
All right, that's what he looks like. Carry on the scene. I believe you were drawing and loading a pistol.
Yeah, his pistol looks. I don't know if the culture that you come from have. Oh, well, actually, you're from more well, you've been at a more technologically advanced nation, but this firearm looks like it's on par with whatever came from this nation, except it doesn't look like the sort of technology that would normally come from here.
I would say I'm going to step around my little goblin friend here with the brisk clack of my knee-high boots. I'm going to get close enough that you can look into my ruby eyes. And I have a feat called Glad Hand that lets me make an impression on somebody that I've just met. Can I do so?
As long as he doesn't resist, yeah. Valentin?
I mean, so the moment that he starts stepping closer, first he starts backing up, and then he starts averting his gaze. He- he- yes, can I help you?
Mm-hmm. So,
He nervously loses his tie.
I'm gonna take a gentle step around Valentin, and Malika will run her fingers across his shoulders and come back
Ooh,
and circle
he's
around
starting to
him
shudder. Okay, lady.
and whisper into his other far side ear. So I hear you're the man who has all the plans.
Valentin is a fairly pale-skinned man. His ears are like pointy because he has some half. He has some elven heritage in him. And the moment that you start whispering into his ears, he's on the other side of the room. He just bolts. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, I am a man. I am male. I am a man. I am the man. Yes. Can I help you?
You did all this work to come down here into this flea-bitten citadel. You must have a plan to leave too, right?
I look at the bullet I just loaded into my pistol. Yeah, it's a one-way trip to hell.
So that's a no. How disappointing.
Lady, I don't know who you are. I don't know what your deal is. We're down here to take care of a very specific problem. We're not leaving until that problem is fixed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna reach out my hand. Malika.
Um, I, mm, I'm Valentin D. Dolk. You can just call me Valentin, or Sir Dolk if that's the sort of fancy you're in under. But Valentin is just, it's just fine.
Oh, you like being called sir, do you?
Uh, uh, well, no one's, no one's really done it for a while. It's it's sort of a title that I left kind of behind, but you know, so sometimes we just crave for the little things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'll take my hand back. See, I think we might have a similar goal, though. I've been told by this cutie over here that you might have destroyed a certain bridge on your way in. So I can't imagine if you don't already have an escape route that you know how to get out of here on your own, do you?
Well, the destroying of the bridge was more of a tactical choice, more rather than a strategic one. For the grand strategy of things, I invent things, I create things, and I can very much probably come up with a solution to things should it come to that point. But that is neither here nor there right now. We can't really leave at the moment because the problem's keeping the thing that's keeping us down here is also the reason why we went in to begin with. So
I was
we
like,
can't.
she called me cute.
Yes, I'm happy for you, Podge.
Well, I
Just give the
am
thumbs up.
sure that you need the help of little old me if you want any chance of leaving this place.
Yeah, sure.
I've been living in these walls for years. I know every nook and cranny I've avoided every guard and hunt.
I look around me. There's not really that many guards around.
Maybe not anymore. Over the years of plague, it tends to lighten the load.
Lighten my load. All right.
Yeah.
Bro stole my fucking joke.
So you've just been living here in the domain of the rat god, the god of plagues.
I'll turn into a fox again.
Yeah, that doesn't really that doesn't really help convince me.
Describe what your transformation looks like. Or is it just there's a poof cloud of smoke, you are a fox? Or are we like, is it a gradual transition, or is it blink and you're a fox?
It's kind of like I take my tail and I do that whole like, where people like take their hand and they like raise it over their face and their face like changes expressions over it. It's like that. Like I just take my tail over my body and there's a fox there now.
Right. So this doesn't really help convince me that you're on our side, because to me, this just looks like you might just be an agent of the plague rat king god. And, this is just an elaborate scheme to get in our good graces to just stab us in the back later.
I'm gonna slowly walk forward and I'm gonna continue to talk.
He just goes,
Sweetheart, if I was so worried about getting in your good graces, I might have talked to you a little bit earlier.
explain.
When you guys came down here, you guys have been through an awful lot.
Been a very
a welcoming party of sort.
It's been an very eventful 12 hours since you guys have been down here. Yes.
Why would I need to wait all this time with all this bloodshed to try to get in your good graces?
Well, I don't know if you knew this, but one of our friends kind of just died.
Oh, I know everything, and I'm sure that just means that you have a hole to fill.
Holy shit, I'm so glad I am not a player right now. I am so happy I am not a player.
Just raising her hand, she's like, it's me. I got, yeah. Woo.
Good.
Finally, someone on my level. But this is all happening behind them. Like, Valentin can see this, but, Malika cannot.
And we just went through a whole ordeal about getting manipulated by the rat god by speaking straight into our heads. This just seems awfully convenient that one of our compatriots perish and suddenly you're there to take
Offline for a little bit.
Hi.
We're back now, though.
You know?
What was the
we
last
know.
thing you heard?
You tried to make a whole joke, too.
Oh, god, that's actually quite a bit then. What was I saying? Did you hear right, okay. I think I know. Okay, well,
See, it's just awfully convenient that right after one of our lovely compatriots perish, there's suddenly another one trying to fill its space. And I don't know if you knew this, but that we got through a bit of the rat god trying to manipulate us. What's not to say that this isn't more of a part of the manipulation?
I'm gonna transform back inches from his face. And I'm gonna put my hand on his chin and say, "Oh, does this look like a face that would manipulate anybody?"
My mother always warned me of esteemed ladies such as yourself. They're after your position and your funds and things like it. I will not be tempted. As I have not been tempted so far in my life.
Holy shit, did we just get revealed that Valentin's a virgin?
I think I've been very clear about it.
He's a huge
I think that was very
He's
well
like
done.
the goblin isekai, like,
He's literally writing a hentai
right now.
Lately, every session, I mention like, I've never been touched by a woman before.
He's not just mentioning it. It's a cry for help.
Please.
Please, any woman.
I subconsciously start clutching the ring hanging around my shoulder that's underneath my shirt.
Oh yeah, he's got a promise ring too.
Yeah, bro's like about to get married when he gets back home. He's like,
yeah, he literally just had this whole scene where he was like, "Take this to my take this to my betrothed."
It's a little homewrecker.
My betrothed that I don't even know
River.
Yeah.
about me anymore.
River.
So
You crashing deleted my character sheet.
I did it really?
No. Yeah.
I'm aware you have a character called Dobby Mummy Fox right
Oh wait,
now.
no. Oh wait, no. It pulled one out.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, it takes a sec.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
There we go. There we go. Oh, thank fuck. I was so. I was gonna cry. I was gonna cry so hard. Okay. Alright, well, what role do I do for this impression to do the whole, because we like role played out the make an impression, but like isn't you said
I
the whole thing
don't
was
actually have you guys
made?
I don't have players roll against other players, meaning if he is impressed with you, he is impressed with you, but you can't roll to change it. You have to convince him in and add a character.
Fair, okay, fair.
I mean,
Sounds
you can.
good.
I will say you can roll for it just to see how disciplined that I am.
Mm-hmm.
it would be diplomacy against his will, DC.
Words.
What I was gonna say, it's fine. It's fine.
That's the way Valentin works.
That's all I know.
All right. Well, after your little stuttering, I say, so
all this time,
what?
not looked her in the eyes at a single time. Always averted the gaze.
I would say
I'm
gonna
looking over her shoulder, looking into the ceiling, looking at the ground.
I'm gonna slightly move my touching Valentin's face to be one single finger on his chin. And I'm gonna lean over to whisper in his ear. Now, why don't you go introduce me to all these other friends of yours then?
Yes, excellent plan. Yes, yes, I completely agree. Best thing I've heard all day. Follow me. And I march as fast as I fucking can away from her.
Bro's just got that speed walking champion pace, like.
I'm like, I kind of catch up with Malika and I go, you know, I've never seen him so motivated.
See, all it takes is a girl who knows what men want.
Man, I thought he was into goblins. I'm learning something new every day.
Hey, you never
He's
know.
adding a
He
new
could
fucking
still be.
Kitsune character to his goblin isekai now.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be a harem, right?
I was about to say the
Right.
harem grows.
Harem isekais are just so overdone at this point.
But it's the first one in this world.
He didn't write the first ever isekai.
And Podge is like, so you're telling me you're not a rat?
No, I'm not a rat, sweetheart.
Oh.
So I'm going to walk briskly ahead of the other two, and I'm just going to burst into the room where Azandra and Oasis is in. We have a major problem. A woman.
I'm gonna take my time.
I don't know any better way to explain this. But I am the very worst person to deal with this one. Everyone else that's been around this party has been a butch woman, a muscle mummy of some sort, or just a badass in general. And now there's a vixen of a woman, and I don't know if I can control myself anymore, and I need someone to take the reins on this, because I don't know the things to say and how to deal with it, and I need one of you to do it right now, and I'm just going to go stand here in the corner, and you can deal with it, okay? Thank you. Oh,
Okay, so this rant is canon. It's happening.
Oh yeah, I slammed the door shut.
Zandra, like is sitting there with her eyes like bulging out, then looks over at Oasis.
Oasis is also like just like she was like laying on the bed, just fucking sits up like the Undertaker.
Oh my god.
Gain a hero point, Valentin. And can someone, one of my mods, go back in the VOD and please clip his monologue there? That is going to be the new promotional material we use for this campaign.
Oh my god.
We've got a problem.
A woman.
A woman.
I will cook with it.
I may have many weaknesses, but women can't deal with them.
You
never had
This
to deal with them.
motherfucker's been in a party surrounded by women and one skeleton this whole time.
They don't count as women. They're all muscle mummies. It's like hanging out with the bros. None of them have tried to be flirty with me before. All of them just flirt with.
Boys' night
Hey,
either.
I've tried to murder you. I feel like that's pretty intimate.
That's Yuri usually,
all
though.
fair. That's all fair. But all of the flirting has been going on but it's been like all
Yeah, we're really gay.
It hasn't been with me. I haven't had to deal with it before, and now there is someone that is being actively flirting with me. It's my nightmare. I don't know how to deal with it. I don't have a precedent for it. I haven't built up an immunity to it. I need someone to take the reins of this. I can't handle it. Please. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna clasp Zandra's hand. I know they asked for a big favor earlier, but this one is actually going to drive me mad.
Sandra will stand up. I will shoulder this burden for you, she says with like a slight chuckle.
And
don't worry.
Valentin,
It would be my honor to die for this.
Valentin, when you retreat into the corner of the room, you bump into something that rattles.
No fucking way. You've been here the whole time?
And Sam, Valentin has just bumped into you. You've just been lurking in this room's corner and no one's really noticed you because the flame's been off.
I thought that was just a
pile of bones
I had
in the corner.
a slightly different plan, but we can work with this.
Okay, what was your plan?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be staring at the lift. Him bumping into me has reignited the flame. And
Sandra
are
will
you
walk to
okay?
the. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Sam, you probably don't remember this because you've been a skeleton, but women.
You've been a skeleton.
You have never seen. You didn't know a skeleton was capable of portraying confusion on the skull. Like,
He gets at the
description you
Sharpie.
were getting right now.
He gets at the Sharpie to draw on his confused eyebrow
Like a
look.
quizzical eyebrow.
Alright, go ahead, Valtria. Answer the door.
Yeah, Zandra walks over to the door and opens it.
Zandra, what do you look like?
Zandra is not that tall. She's 5'2", so she's kind of small. But she looks like a human with like dark blue hair. She's replaced her blindfold, so you can't see her eyes anymore. But she's in half plate armor. That's got a lot of fur and it's very padded armor underneath the big metal armor that she's wearing. She's also got a shield that she carries around that's got fur lining around the edges, and she has a sword that is very wicked and barbed, and it hangs above her head, and it's kind of it's a little awkward at times because the sword is very big, and when it's hanging above her head and the ceiling's not tall enough, it kind of just like bumps against the ceiling constantly as it's floating above there. But that's what she looks like. Oh, also, across her chest, there is an opening where her armor doesn't cover, and you can see a really long, wicked scar that covers from shoulder to shoulder.
And Scorpius.
And Scorpius sometimes pops out of her cleavage.
Scorpius is a little glass scorpion. Alright. Meanwhile, Kit, this woman has answered the door for you and Podge. You can see Valentin hiding in the corner beside a flaming skeleton.
Oh no, I'm straight up behind him. I'm basically just mimicking his motions so that I'm just
When you open the door, Podge is
marionetting
going like,
behind him.
Podge is like, so you're telling me a fox is not the term for an attractive woman, but it is in fact an animal, and that animal is not a rat.
Is this, your friend? Podge?
Oh, hi, guys. Yeah.
I reach out my
Ki-
hand. Malika, dear.
Sandra will reach out and with a gauntleted hand, she'll grab yours. Sandra, there's not very many people down here. Where did you come from?
I would say I will. I'll turn her hand to the side to give her a smooch on the knuckle. Oh, you know, hiding in the walls as one does.
Flirtatious. You'll fit in here.
Only where it
Is-
needs to be.
And Sandra will like step back into the room, letting you in.
I would say, and I will gesture for Potts to go first.
And I do, like, you know how Lalafels walk in Final Fantasy 14? It's looking like that.
That's how Valentin was walking very briskly earlier,
Yeah.
but with
Yeah.
long legs.
I feel very proud of, like, having learned what a fox is, and that I made a friend today. And the friend is also hot.
Say, I will follow in behind Potch.
Inside, you see the skeleton and Oasis. Both of you describe yourselves. Starting with Oasis.
Okay. Oasis is a huge bitch. Like, physically. She is, like, 7 foot tall, like, bulky, a lot of muscle. And she's dressed mostly in, like, rags, kind of, with, like, a long tattoo going from her her right foot all the way up to her entire body down her right arm. That's just a bunch of triangles, almost like shark's teeth.
Mm.
And the left half of her body is a writhing mass of vines and tentacles where her flesh used to be.
Oh boy.
It is vaguely people shaped.
Got it.
And Sam, also describe of how you've drawn on your new eyebrows again.
Sam, on the other hand, is also quite large, but due to his skeleton nature, he's quite lanky. He has a green flame within his chest cavity, and wears sort of like mage-like robes covering the lower half of his body. And apparently currently has drawn on confused eyebrows.
I'm gonna say, I will give a slight bow to you lovelies and say, "'Tis a pleasure to meet such a ragtag, lovely group of people."
Ragtag is definitely a good word for us. No. Zandra will kind of like circle around you, Kit.
Mm.
What do you want with us? We've been through a lot. And
Oh, I've seen every minute of it, darling.
oh. You've been watching
Let's see.
them.
Your sir over there, I hoped would maybe have some sort of plan to get you all out of here, but it doesn't seem so. I'd hoped that I could help fill any sort of gaps, and together we might be able to help each other find our way into the surface. After all, I think you guys might have a little more trouble leaving than you guys got coming in.
Well, you're not wrong there. We've only just begun to recover from the events. I would be surprised if the man that you have very much rattled wouldn't come up with a plan in due time. Sometimes he just needs a little bit of prodding, but he always gets there.
Oh,
So,
I'm sure I'll have a lot of fun prodding him.
I can hear you.
I'm aware.
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to be hiding. Still a leaf.
well, I don't see any issue. We are not one to shy away from accepting people into our ranks, so long as we can come to a kind of agreement about things. Make sure that our objectives are aligned.
Oh, darling, I'm sure we can agree
You guys
on
need
a
to
lot of
start to try.
objectives.
You guys need to stop out-sexing each other with the voices.
I have never been this erect before in my entire life.
Oh my god.
Oh, honey, you don't even know the first part of it. Oh, yeah, you think you know the first part of it?
I'm just
Oh,
like
yeah,
sitting in the corner of
I
the
know
room.
the first part of
I'm just sitting in the
It's like,
corner of the
I'm-
room smoking a cigarette, like.
I'm just being battered from side to side by these two voices.
I'm stiffer than an icicle hanging off a penguin's beak.
Why'd you say penguin like that?
It's my go-to for when I don't want to bust, you know? I think about penguin facts.
And one day you're going to bust to a penguin fact.
I was gonna say, one day you're gonna find some like sexy penguin lady art somewhere, and you'd be like adding that to the list.
Yeah, you ever seen the Pebble and the Penguin? That shit'll fuck you up.
I'm not really able
that's
to
why it's so
watch.
difficult for Yelena.
I'm not really able to watch documentaries about penguins anymore.
This man's getting fucking. This man tries to watch Happy Feet with his fucking family. He has to.
Why'd you gotta mention Happy Feet? Ooh.
Oh no, he's
part of the
a
penguin part.
footman. He's a footman too. Oh shit.
Man's looking at the fucking. What are they, hooves? What the fuck?
Not
penguins
them
have? The
penguin
little-
feet.
Oh yeah, because it zooms in on them because they dance.
You think Happy Feet is another thing that they do at a massage parlor at the end?
I feel like I have to pay extra for
Yeah,
that.
Happy-
That's worth.
No, I was gonna say something. I'm gonna keep my commentary to myself. This one time.
This one time I shall
You get
spare.
everybody gets one, and it's this one.
All right, back to the two of you trying to outsex each other with your voices.
I don't even
I'm
remember.
not gonna
who was
lie, I
on what.
forgot what you were saying.
We got so deep. We got so deep in the innuendos that they forgot what the fuck they were talking about to begin
they
We're
with.
coming to an agreement about helping each other.
Oh, I'm sure we'll be
Oh,
coming
that's
to
right.
a lot of agreements.
God damn it!
Yeah.
Valentine's just putting up two fingers in each of his ears. It's just, I'm not hearing anything. La 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 la.
I'm glad you finished that sentence.
I'm just gonna bend over and give like Podge a little head pat and just like, you have very lovely friends, dear. Thank
Cleavage
you for
on
raising me
full
from-"
display in Valentin's direction.
They're all right.
Nope. I don't see anything. All I see is bones. I see bones. I see a skeleton.
Bet you see a bone.
Zondra's doing, you know that Zondra's doing that meme where like
Go ahead,
Zondra's doing
Valtria.
that meme where like, you know, if you're wearing glasses, people can't see what you're looking at, and she's very clearly staring at Kit's ass as she bends over. With the blindfold on, head very much pointed at the ass.
What do you mean? People can't see where you're looking when you've got glasses on.
Exactly. No one would know.
I'm gonna take a few steps over to the skeleton, and I'll reach my hand out to the skeleton.
Oh god, not you two.
I will reach my hand out as well and shake it.
I will gingerly shake your hand. I'm so sorry. I think I've slept in a few of your cousins.
I was not aware I had any cousins, but
There's skeletons all over down here.
Oh, just because he's got a skeleton, all of them are related suddenly, huh?
All skeletons are related.
I didn't know we were skeletons
Yeah.
here.
No, I like that as a
You
canon
can sleep
thing.
in
though,
me
my head.
next.
Oh, don't even get me started.
Oasis is gonna start sprinting both of them with water now.
Oh, now she's making them wet too? Oh, this is
They
too
were already
much.
wet.
Oh, this is the best day ever. And the cigarette's out again. Podge is in the corner.
I take out the second eye patch and put it over my other eye.
You hose
I'm
down.
not seeing anything.
You hose down the horny sluts. It only makes them sluttier and hornier.
What have I done? I'm like
now
fixing
there's
like,
a
making
wet
bars
t-shirt. What have you
I was,
done?
I was just about to say, now my
armor's
clothes
all
are a little more
wet.
see-through.
I can't be wearing my armor when it's wet. I'm gonna have to dry it off. And she begins taking all her armor off.
I just turn into a fox and start shaking the water out of my fur.
You notice now that Zondra's not wearing all the armor covering her. She's very buff.
I thought you were saying something very
I'd
different
like
about
to-
what I'm not wearing.
I'd like to say that the fox is the least sexy form, but even then,
That's a fucking
Okay.
dog, bro.
River, you really need to stop self-reporting, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call some animal services or some shit. I'm
no,
scared
I meant
now.
it's her voice. It's her voice is the same in both forms, so it's like.
And that's, bruh. You
So-
could have been like, "Wow, her voice is also nice there," and not being like, "That fox got me some."
Yeah, exactly. You didn't
What do you
mention.
mean?
You didn't mention.
satisfied the
You
fox
didn't
part.
mention the part where it was the voice. You said, you know what? It's the fox kind of woods."
You know what?
Kind of better.
You know
than
what?
the woman.
You're losing the hero point I gave you earlier.
I don't
Damn.
remember.
What is it
Damn.
called?
I don't think I've ever heard of
This is
that.
what happens.
We're not gonna use it.
Yeah, we're not using it.
Fuck you.
We're ending soon.
What is a hero point?
And let's you just reroll any d20 roll for free.
Got it.
You start every
You
session
get
with
one at
one,
the
and then
start of
River
each
can hand them
session.
out if he thinks you're being
Okay.
cool.
You
Regardless,
can also use hero points to stabilize if you go down.
Everybody
That's
all oiled up now thanks to Oasis. There
Yeah,
is
Sandra's,
a
doing poses and the man flexing.
there
I am
is
staring.
there is a polite coughing sound coming from the doorway.
Oh god, Happy, I forgot.
Standing beside Happy, who is for your information, Kit. This is the NPC you guys have been carrying around with you. Happy is called Happy, somewhat ironically, as he has a permanent scowl basically tattooed onto his face. He is a 5'10" man with Damn. salt and That's one pepper, nice mostly graying hair. Thank you for the follow. That is missing a hand. He's in pretty dark green and gray leather clothing, and slung over one shoulder is a bow. He's standing beside the Knight of the First Law, the last one remaining, Kit, as the rest died today, that helped you guys get in. And if anyone remembers his name, you get a hero point.
Buster.
Wrong.
Kendrick.
Man, hopefully you guys don't let him figure out that you forgot his name. Someone's going to be watching the VOD later.
Benjamin.
Coughs politely and says, "The king is ready to receive you now, if you're all ready."
I take off my second eye patch. Yes, of course.
He then spots the fox. You finally caught the blasted thing. Good, bag it and we'll be eating good tonight.
Dare you?
A slight complication from it.
He stares at you.
Like, I'm gonna go
I
hide
do it.
behind Valentin.
Oh, you don't get to act like a fox now after what you put me through. Come on. You can do it.
I'm just gonna whimper slightly.
I'm gonna hold up the fox. You can do it.
Wait, you're picking me up.
Yeah, I'm holding you like you know when you hold a cat and all the legs just stick
Arms
straight out.
outstretched.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding you
I'm just gonna have like a panic look on my face.
Oh no, I've been imagining it the entire time.
Just
haven't I?
bag it up and let's go. It'll add to our stores. We need the food.
No, that's my rat.
It's a
I'm gonna-
fox.
I'm gonna-
We've been trying to catch
I'm-
it for
I'm-
years.
I'm gonna put the fox in my backpack.
Like a lesser
Damn,
Zelda.
bagging her already? Wow.
Jesus.
Damn. At least
I
buy
look
a
at
dinner
top
first.
Everything that just happened has just made me convinced it was just a fever dream from. Let's not talk about it. But I'm probably fine. I'm
Happy-
probably just imagining everything.
Happy raises an eyebrow to the exact same position that Sam drew his on. The Knight of the First Law says, "All right, well, come with me." And also, he holds out a handful of large cap brown mushrooms dripping a liquid.
What are these for?
Squeeze them, drink them. It will open up your minds. This way you're able to commune with the king.
Hodge full on devours one. Like she's like,
What
oh
is the
yeah, we're on
fuck?
this good shit again.
We're
Is it-
doing drugs again? Sandra grabs one.
It's not glowing, is it?
It is not glowing.
Oh my god.
I'm an iron gun goblin. I can take it.
I take 2 mushrooms, and I put one in the backpack, and then I fucking squeeze the other one into my mouth. Mushroom juice, my favorite.
Would I be able to tell what type of fucking mushroom this is?
You'd have to roll a check. But yes.
I just kind of put. I
I
just
was
kind of
gonna
put a
ask the
mushroom
same
into
if
my
I could
mouth.
identify it with nature.
Sure. Podge and Valentin have already consumed it. Sam, you're not really sure what you're supposed to do with it.
Just
Would
sort
that
of
just be
throw it into the
in-
flame.
Would that be a knowledge nature?
It would be an activity for identifying a plant, I believe. I don't know.
Let's recall knowledge.
Yeah, recall knowledge. And do either of you have dubious knowledge?
I do.
Okay. Zandra, you'll recall a lot in your own personal research. You used mushrooms to bring people with poisons to the brink of death, as they had properties that could be hallucinogenic and more. There were rumors that, there was a possibility that those on the brink of death, by consuming certain kind of mushrooms, could open up their mind and link psychically to each other. But you were never able to prove that, if that was a possibility or not. Oasis. This is a mushroom that secretes its spores in a water-like fluid that's very high in nutrients and minerals that most fauna and people need to survive. That is how it spreads its spores. In the spreading of its spores, it acts sort of like a parasite that connect with all of each other in order to communicate over long distances, where they can then again spread more of their spores, since they always need to be in places where people grow. You're not going to get timed out for saying psychic cum. That's basically what it is. Podge and Valentin have already consumed it, as has Sam.
Oh, I did it for a very specific reason, but
Zandra will say to the first. I'm sorry. What are they called? The
Night of the First Law.
Knights of the First Law.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
This mushroom kind of reminds me of ones that I've used in the past, but the ones we used brought people to the edge of death. These aren't those, are they?
These ones haven't killed anyone yet, as far as we know. We just realized that they were the cause of us being able to communicate with what remains of the king. Last piece of information, Oasis. There's no long-term side effects apart from the next few times that, you use the bathroom, you're going to be crapping out, spores for these mushrooms. So this way they can then grow.
Are you sure? It's
You'll
not a
also be...
hallucinogenic effect?
You're also going to be very, very, very lightly psychically influenced to, do your business in areas where the mushrooms will be able to take the strongest hold. So, like, if you're like, oh man, I gotta take a whiz, you're not gonna pee on rock, you're gonna pee on soft ground.
Noted.
Man, this is really gross. Why did I write this?
Yeah, why did you write that, you weirdo?
This is a
Where's the
weird...
penguin feet now, this?
Yeah, this is a weird one. But yeah,
Man.
anyone who doesn't consume it won't be able to commune with what remains of the king.
Zandra looks over at Oasis and kind of shrugs. Like, I guess. What do you say, plant lady?
It's also highly likely that the Knight of the First Law does not know how these things work, as do, like, the normal citizens. But if this is their only water source, it is better than nothing.
Oasis is just gonna like pull out another one of these types of mushrooms using her plant abilities, and she's gonna be like, "These are fucking weird, dude." I
Mushrooms are
am
plants.
very hesitant to eat this, or not eat it, but drink the juice, bro.
Is it safe?
Technically,
For the last 5 years, we've had to survive on for sources of water. This far down in the Darklands, and with the Rat God's influence, we haven't trusted any of the water that we found outside the fortress. There's a high chance that it would be... He sighs and just kind of gestures at all of the sick people in the fortress.
Dude, I have my work cut out for me, like, big time.
Zandra will hold on to hers, but won't consume it yet.
Like, technically, it won't hurt you. You're just gonna be full of weird mushroom spores that are connected to each other, and you'll start pissing out mushrooms everywhere.
That doesn't sound good.
It's no long-lasting effects. You just have spores in your brain.
Yeah, another voice in your brain.
Another voice in my brain is the first thing that Zandra thinks.
Likely link you to anyone else who has also drank the mushroom juice.
Wait,
so theoretically,
could everyone else hear the voices in my head?
I was about to be like, maybe you might theoretically pick up random stuff from other people. They might also do the same.
Zandra, you're the equivalent of a psychic's STD.
Well, it could also just mean that the spores will be taken up all the time to be communicating with the other voice in your head. So instead of us hearing the other voice in your head, you stop hearing it altogether because it's communicating with the shroom.
I feel like it would more so be like we'll try to talk to the king, and then the king will hear a lot of radio chatter over.
He'll just hear the various personalities in my head talking with each other, and then just the sword going like, "I'm going to kill you, you fucking king."
Yes, maybe you should hold off for now. Just give it a little pat. Just like, not today for you.
Zandra's like, okay.
Do you tell the Knight of the First Law and Happy about the spores as well?
Oh yeah, no, I was just saying it out loud to the room.
The Knight of the First Law takes it all stoically without, like, flinching at all. You're not sure why. That's a pretty shocking thing to be told.
It's the mushrooms.
Happy, in the meanwhile, just kind of grumbles and says, I'm not much one for talking anyways.
I mean, it's whatever. Podge ate the whole thing, so it's like...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you just ate the whole mushroom.
Yep.
Don't consume this. For your guys.
Once again, I'm an Iron Gut Goblin, so I'll be fine.
You know, she'll be chilling.
I had a very specific reason for eating it, but it's a bit too late to take it back even if I didn't.
I guess it'll be up to you guys to communicate with the king. And Zandra will hand the mushroom back.
Those of you who drank the juice, you all feel a little more distracted. To all mental stats, you're taking a -2 for all activities related to them for the time being.
Oh,
Give us ADHD.
Yep. Welcome to ADHD.
Minus
I already
2?
have that.
Not to the direct stat, just to any rolls that you make.
This man's fucked up. He's gonna try to fucking explode his shit. It's gonna fucking go everywhere.
You can hear and just kind of have this low-grade awareness of everything around you. Podge!
Yeah?
Your eyes go as wide as dinner plates as you are once again connected to the whole of a massive, larger parasite.
Aw, hell yeah.
You are taking a -4 to all intelligence, wisdom, and charisma-based stats. However,
Bold of you to assume I have any intelligence or wisdom.
However, as long as anyone else who has drank the juice is within a mile of you, you know their exact position. Meaning you now know the exact position and number of everyone in the fortress.
They just got a UAV ping.
There are 8 million beings in the fortress. Almost all of them are all in one location, one spot. around that big chair that you had seen the king sitting in.
Oh, right.
All right.
You guys head out to meet with the king of Cadron. The elderly... I'm sorry?
I was to say, on the way as they're walking, I'm going to stealthily sneak out of the pack and transform back. I
Sure.
just blend in with the party like I was always there.
Absolutely.
Now? Unbelievable.
Are you having a mushroom yourself?
No.
Okay. As you guys, walk, Kit, Malika rejoins the party in her human form, and the Knight of the First Law at one point notices her and kind of does a double take, and then looks at you guys who are acting completely normal, and he just kind of scratches his head under the helmet, and then just chooses not to mention it, because he also just got told that apparently he's connected to a hive spore mind.
For the record, I am not acting completely normal.
That is normal, though.
I'm like, you're there, but you're also here.
Yeah, that's normal, Podge. Oasis, repeat your question. I talked over you.
Are you good? Are you good to walk, Podge? Do you need someone to carry you, like last time?
No, I know the way.
Oh shit! Okay, okay.
I'll just kind of bend down into Podge's ear. I can carry you, darling.
Okay.
I'm gonna get
I'll do
Podge just in like a on my shoulders, like a parent carries their child.
You're here, but I don't know where you are. This is fine.
There's a small part of you that wants her to drink the juice as well. Then you'd know where she was.
You want some juice?
Oh no, thank you, darling. I've had plenty today.
No, you haven't.
Oh, actually, Kit, you would have this is the only source of water down here, and you kind of need water to live. So you actually would have been drinking this at some point.
Oh, you said that there was water outside. That they were worried about contamination, but I'm not worried about contamination.
Oh, yeah, true. Then, yeah, you could have been finding water sources. It would have been hard to come by, though. All right. Regardless, soon you all stand before the king again. The elderly man is kind of still slumped in his chair in the exact same position. The massive hole, which takes up the entire right side of his torso, leaving one arm barely hanging on, and in fact, it might just kind of be propped up against what remains of his shoulder on the throne. In that hole, you don't see any blood or gore. What you see is large, round-capped mushrooms growing from the wound. It's all over his chair and all over him as well. Behind him, the 5 clerics, which are still, have their hands folded, their eyes closed, head bows, in that constant prayer, the only thing that's sustaining the king's life. Those of you who are capable of speaking Empyrean, I believe it was that they were speaking, and Dwarvish, have managed to know that they are offering prayers to the rat god.
Okay.
Those of you who
Yeah,
Oh.
No, I was just gonna say I speak Empyrean, so.
Those of you who have consumed the mushroom juice, you all feel the presence of this man. And you hear in your heads, "Come from far away, have you, to see me in such a pitiful state?" What news of the surface is there? Have you come to help us? Have you come to save Cadron? Have you come... Is our salvation finally at hand?
Who all had the juice? Is me, Valentin?
Sam.
I'll say Sam.
Okay, so
And
it
just
does
poured the
affect me
juice
still.
across his bones.
Oh yeah,
Okay, so I'll throw into my flame.
yeah. You have roots growing all across your bones right now.
Mushroom's gonna be like pissed at me because I didn't need to like piss it out and fight it. Beat the
I don't know how
system.
to tell you this, but you are fertilizer.
Bone meal.
Yeah,
Fun fact: the mycelium is the actual fungus. The mushrooms
Oh.
themselves are just the reproductive organ.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I
It
want to be
knows.
part of the mycelium when I die.
It knows all about reproductive organs. Anyways,
Oh,
Is that why they're penis shaped?
Sam, Valentin, and Podge, one of you has to speak first. You can speak out loud so the rest can hear you, or you could speak through the same connection you have with the king.
I'm actually I'm still sitting on Malika's shoulders, and I'm like whispering the words, like what the king is saying. I'm just kind of like absentmindedly repeating it under my breath. So you could probably hear me, but other people can't.
Sounds good.
So you can interact then too, Kit.
Mm-hmm. I'll choose to stay silent.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Let the Serbian charge.
There's no Serbians here. Well, to begin with, what do you know of the surface so far? Let me know. Let me be able to tell you what sort of gaps you need filled.
I remember the palace quaking and shaking. I remember the city sinking. Men crying out for their wives. Guardsmen trying to hold some semblance of order. I remember my son, my only child, ripped from my grasp and torn in half by creatures foul from below. I remember watching my wife dragged away from me. I remember fighting as hard as I can, and then I remember being here, awake again. How long has it been since we sank? Surely the world is responding. Our allies, our friends. They will come for me and my people, won't they? And all of you here just quietly repeated, as if it was coming from a different area, they will come for us, won't they? Are you our salvation? His body hasn't moved this whole time. His head stays slumped face down in the chair. You don't even know how aware he is of his own condition. But it would seem as if the king has not even realized 5 years have passed.
There have been attempts to reclaim these lands. Some nations have sent search parties. None have returned.
A vague sense of anxiety, panic washes over you. The emotion shared by many around you. Thank you so much for the raid, Gadget. Hi, Gadget. We're in the middle of a scene, so I'm not going to introduce myself right now, but I'm the CEO of Hero Factory.
I'm not going to introduce myself. Proceeds to introduce himself.
I could do a much longer introduction if you bitch again.
Well,
Damn.
I mean, it has been 5 years since the outside world lost contact with Kadron.
Lost contact. Not possible. We've sent out so many. We've called for help so many times along the old channels. The Inferno rails. They should have known immediately to contact us through those. You do not know what the Inferno rails are. You've never heard you've never heard that mentioned before.
Believe me when I say, whatever measures you believe you've taken, very little has reached the outside world. There have been some survivors here or there that have escaped, but for the most part, Cadron has been labeled a lost cause, a disaster event, an apocalypse.
My wife, my brother, the captain of our royal guard, any of the cities.
I don't have enough information to give you about those, but we have gone through. What's the outpost called again?
Forewarned.
We have passed through Forewarned Outpost and the factory that lays within it.
That was Victory Peak.
Sorry.
I believe it was. Let me double check the name of that. It was a small town.
Forewarned is where we fought the. It is where the hole is, and the Victory Peak is ahead of it. It's where we left.
I was trying to make sure that I called it Victory Peak. It was called Victory Peak, right?
I believe so.
I believe so.
Pretty sure I called it Victory Peak. I want to make sure that I'm getting my own canon correct.
we have passed through Victory Peak and its neighboring factory, and we have also taken control of Forewarned Outpost. In both of these cases, we have not seen any Cadron residents. Only dwarves with pale skin.
Anyone who drank the mushroom juice needs to roll me a will save as you feel the emotion of the final bit of hope for dozens of people die. Podge, despondency consumes you as the despair of the final.
I accidentally put +2, it should be -2, so it's a minus. So it should be +10 only, so it's a 27.
Still fine. Only Podge. You feel this last little bit of hope that people had clung and held on to, that there was something else of the city that had survived, of the kingdom of more, perish. You are despondent. You feel the grief of all the broken families, destroyed homes, lost treasures and heirlooms, and shattered memories and relationships. You feel the mental and emotional scars that even should any of these people, against all odds, now manage to survive, they will carry with them for generations, passed down pain through the family lines. It's very overwhelming. Valentin and Sam, you don't give a shit.
With that said, we have also not seen the remnants. So at the present, there are too many unknowns.
A word of my fate, my kingdom, my family made it out of the mountain, and yet you are here. The body twitches slightly. Why? are you here if not to save us?
Well, we are here to save you, but we weren't sure what was there to be saved. I'm nothing if an optimist, an idealist. When it comes to figuring out plans and measures to take. We came down here because we believed it was the best option to get to the root of a different threat. That is Topside. One that has spawned from whatever happened in Hadrian. And we're hoping to be able to deal with both threats at once.
When your threats have been resolved for whatever problems that the other nations and peoples might have, will you rescue what remains of mine?
Yes. Yes, we will.
My wife yet lives. Somewhere. I would know if she had died. I would have felt it. Even with my heart removed from my body, our souls are forever intertwined. Find her. She will know what to do and how to lead us out of this darkness. I fear I won't be leaving this place. We have nothing left to defend us now against that evil creature. The last of our forces perished in that fight where you blew up the bridge. We are now wholly dependent on you, adventurer, Sir Valentin Dolk. I will assist and aid in any way I can, as will what remains of the survivors here. Those that can help will offer up their services. However, you must keep your promise. My people, those that remain, each and every one of them, you will prioritize over your own life.
I don't have much of a choice.
I have nothing to tie you to this promise. No oath I can make you swear. My kingdom is gone. Knighthood is a joke. I am kept alive not by my own god, but by the very creature that did this to me. By my clerics having changed their focus of worship to draw on the power of such a wicked thing. It only allows them, it I know, to torment me longer. But I can feel it. I know where it is. I know where everything in these caverns is. I can feel it all now, as if I had fingers in the rocks, as if my voice was the water bubbling between the cracks. The stone, the crystal reverberates with echoes that reach my ears. I feel so much. And yet all I can do is guide you. I can change nothing. I can save no one.
And it's a good thing we're here. We can do it for you.
Where do we begin?
With one step.
And I believe that is where we'll end because we are at our normal end time.
Thank God, I need to sleep.
And Kit, I hope that you had fun. I know there was no combat, no nothing like that, but I hope that you enjoyed getting to taste a little bit of my DM skills and the world building that I do.
No,
It's
it's
mental
no,
combat
it's
for me.
Next, I need you to get a taste of me, please.
I prefer RP over combat, anyways.
I'm glad that you tormented Valentin. You are now my favorite.
That was so good. That was so good.
He's had it coming for a while.
What?
Yeah.
I get tormented every session. Why am I
This is a
being
good
bullied?
Torment this time. This is not a mean torment. This is like a torment.
Speak for yourself. This is
It's
the
okay. We could
meanest
talk
you-
later about that whole never been touched by a woman thing.
Damn!
Get fucked.
Get absolutely fucked. All right.
Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed.
Me too.
Yeah.
Bye forever. I also have to
Good
sleep.
night.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
up for like
good night.
another 5 hours.
Yep. I'll probably be up.
It was nice to meet you, Kit.
Good night.
Yeah.
Pleasure to
Yeah,
meet
nice to meet you.
guys.
Meanwhile, we're gonna raid into
you
another
all
great
after
content.
Christmas.
Yeah, see you guys after Christmas. We're gonna raid into another great content creator tonight, guys. So please stay tuned. I believe Shepard is live right now doing some Subnautica, but Lily is doing some Infinity Nikki. Lily has an event coming up too, where she'll be doing on the 20th. A gingerbread house making contest and a little quiz show involving the Bible. So make sure to give her all of your love and attention. And unlike my streams, guys, be nice. She is a sweet say-so streamer, so no cussing and be on your best behavior. See you guys later. Goodbye. Goodbye.
I didn't mean to eavesdrop,
How'd you manage to get information
but
like
I'm in the box.
I'm a devoted and passionate wishmaker.